Sasquatch, Ghost, Dogman, aliens, demons, shadow people, skinwalkers, even the Fae. Our universe is vast, dark, and wrought with infinite unexplained phenomena. We have tasked ourselves with assisting humanity in finding the keys to unlock the mysteries that abound in and around our world. What we intend to reveal behind the curtain of darkness may very well invoke those fears long tucked away in our memories. We will meet that fear head on as we strive to shine the light of understanding on these phenomena. The goal is to arm you with the power of knowledge to confront and even combat these entities. We welcome you to join us on our quest. We are Midwest Night Watchers.
Hi, everyone.
Well, hi, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon.
Whatever it may be.
Whatever it is, wherever you are, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Glad you all can join us for a Night Owl Lounge chat session, and hope you guys have all had a good week so far and had a great day.
It's turning in the fall here. Slowly getting cooler. Everything's sounding crunchy. Things are turning yellow and orange.
So we got a few people in chat. You want to say hi to them?
Yeah, I'm trying to see over here. Let's see from the beginning. We got Crystal J. She says hi, Susie B. She must have been there earlier. Freaky Geek, Amber. Spiritual Odyssey. We got No, which is Rocky. Change back your name. Change it back to Rocky. And let's see, anyone else? I think I got everybody. And hi, Mr. Midwest.
Hi, Mr. Midwest.
Yeah. There's Amber. Here we got 7 people in here. We've got Fifth Light. Fifth Light Bandit just came in. It's hard to see chat. I wish they'd make chat a little bigger for us old people. Well, what's everybody up to? Anything strange, weird, freaky, bizarre?
So we got some new developments coming up. We'll let everybody know about. We got a panel group coming up October 14th. In case anybody hasn't seen the upcoming show.
A Saturday night special.
A Saturday night, and it's going to be at 7 p.m. Central. So we're changing it up a little bit, and it's going to be on our channel, Midwest Night Watchers. And here is the sneak peek of what's coming. So we've been me and Tex have been discussing this for a while amongst the other people who are on there. You know, Krista and Brandy and Danielle is going to be on there, and Jason McLean, Bigfoot Michigan Rob, and of course Tex, and then me and Jane are going to host these guys. It's the first time, I think they said it's the first time, or at least in a long time, that they've all been together on one show, or because they've all had their own channels. They all appear on each other's channels, and so we'll have them all here from Texas Front Porch, everybody that started there, and they'll all be in one show together.
And we got room for a couple more too, possibly.
Yeah, so I don't know. It might have Randy, possibly, maybe Donnie Cho. I don't know. Who knows? We might end up with 10 people. See how that works. See, hopefully our internet will hold up.
We'll find out.
Hopefully the kids don't all, it's not, it ends up being like a family get together and start squabbling amongst each other.
And that's going to be
Oh.
a fun night. And of course, it's going to be a train wreck, and we're probably going to go off the rails a few
Oh, I'm
times.
sure we will. That's what makes it so fun. So the subject's going to be Dog Man. Let me get this right. Dog. I can't remember now. Dang it. It's about dog men and Armageddon. I'm not really sure how we came up with the topic, but that's what it's going to be. And that's on the 14th at 7 p.m. on our channel, Midwest Night Watchers. So make sure you catch that.
We've got a few weeks. We'll keep reminding people also. And
Yeah,
to remind people,
I'm
I am
gonna
in.
start getting it out there to all the groups, and
Yeah, we'll share it and reshare it. But we'll remind people I'm in the other part of the basement. So if anybody sees any woo phenomena behind me or behind Gerald, last week it did happen. It was behind Gerald, not behind me. But you did say somebody did see something behind me also, right?
yes.
Okay. Well, oh, I didn't bring down a REM pod or anything this week. Well, the little woo feathers are welcome. And come and show up if you want and say hi to everybody. Oh. Yeah, because last week it went across by the guitar and across the drum there. Kind of came out behind you and
Yep. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I think you watched it, didn't you?
yeah. I went back. I knew it was like 16 minutes in, so I went back and I went, oh, there is something that buzzed by you. Very interesting. Oh, Tales Told in the Dark showed up.
And then
Moon is here. Hi, Moon.
And then this Sunday on Piercing the Veil. let me get. All right.
Oh, now I can. Yeah, I wasn't hearing you talking when you pulled that up.
So
Crystal.
George is an author and has 150 books to his name, and you can get all of them on Amazon. So be sure to check them out on Amazon, and he'll be on this Sunday with us talking about cryptids and everything that he writes about and what he's got going on now. So that was going to be a really good show this Sunday.
Crystal J asked me a question. Yes, I smoke Captain Black, Madagascar, vanilla cigars. They taste better than cigarettes. They smell better than cigarettes. And the house doesn't smell stale. Our clothes don't smell stale. So yes, Carol and I both smoke Captain Black. Little cigars are just like cigarettes.
So who'd all I miss? We got Moon at Noon, Tales in the Dark. Thanks everybody for coming. Oh, 14th is the Great American Eclipse.
Oh, interesting.
And it's supposed to go right down and intersect right where the last eclipse went across, somewhere down south.
No, yeah, this one's kind of down south. This isn't going to make that X yet until next April. So this one's a different one that's going down like through Texas or something.
Then there's there is the possibility, or they say it might line up with some ley lines.
Oh. There's always some kind of conspiracy behind all of it. No, I'm having a hard time reading chat.
So what all do you guys want to talk about tonight? We got a few other things lined up. We don't have any necessarily creepy acres or cryptids to talk about, but I did download some slides to show you.
No, why not Creepy Acres? There's nothing happening
They didn't
on those
have one
days.
for this week.
Maybe no creepy creatures showed up on those certain dates. Well, that stinks. So I'm curious on what all you downloaded. You downloaded all kinds of pictures.
Yeah, I thought we'd start off the Halloween season a little early since we're almost at the end of September. There's Laz Top. Hi, thanks
Hi,
for
last
coming.
top on Facebook. Hello.
So if you guys got anything going on or anything you want to talk about, bring it up in chat. And otherwise, I'll start showing a couple pictures here and there and we'll talk about them.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to be able to possibly see some of it in Illinois.
Yeah, I think it's going to be visible almost to the whole US, the way it's tracking, maybe.
I'm just ready to see the Northern Lights again. We had another chance the other night, but we get clouds. There's more talk about Armageddon and what's people's opinions on aliens stepping in or their involvement. Oh, well, I do have, I got my opinion, but I'm not sure some of it I should say on air.
Well, I brought up before about how the earth is evolving or changing its dispensation. And we're going along for the ride, just like fleas on a dog, either you go along for the ride or you get scratched off or whatever. And everybody says there's a big event coming. So I think it's the earth changing is why all these cryptids and aliens and stuff are coming here either to help or to witness the big event. I don't know if they have a part in it or not.
And if there is this big shift that all kinds of cultures are talking about, which is Age of Aquarius or a solar event, ascension into 5D, rapture, whatever you want to call it, all these cultures, even Native American Indians, say this event is going to happen. So if that means that us that are awake are going to move on, like different timeline or something, smoking's not good for your health. I know.
Yeah, we know
I'm
that.
61. I can do what I want. But anyway, I'm kind of thinking this event's going to happen. Those who are asleep and are going to be kind of left behind. I think that's when the bad UFOs are going to start showing up and all kinds of cryptids and Nephilim, which are cannibals, and there's going to be a nasty, horrible scene down here. And that leads up to Armageddon, which is at the very end of the 7 years that the Bible talks about. Then we will have 1,000 years. It's not the end of the world. We have another 1,000 years of peace down here.
Well, whether we're changing our resonance or going to a higher conscious level and veil is thinning, which I believe that does happen. People raise up their vibrations and start seeing, and like our other show, Piercing the Veil, they see little glimpses or they're coming through to us. But if the earth changes, I think the veil is naturally thinning, especially certain times of the year. They say it gets really thin depending on what's going on. And I think if the earth is changing, it's getting even thinner. And that's why we're going to start probably seeing new cryptids and new things that people haven't ever seen before.
Well, look at the event that I experienced last summer, which it happened again this summer, the exact same time. And this year I caught it on August 8th, and it ended, that I know, September 18th, but we've had clouds for the last 6-7 nights. So, it was slowing down, but are those things coming into a Stargate or a portal a certain time of year? only in the Big Dipper. I mean, that's thousands of something coming in. Are they waiting for an event? I really don't know. I don't think it's thousands and thousands leaving for 6 weeks.
Right.
They're either leaving or coming in.
So Crystal J's asking about carbon credits instead of cash. Now, carbon credits they've already gave to corporations, to offset their pollution, and if they do something environmental or whatever, or they can pay a penalty and keep putting out the same pollution that they put out before, but just kind of had like a carbon tax. Now, as far as us as individuals or citizens, they haven't instituted anything like that yet, but there is businesses now that are only accepting credit cards or some form of digital currency instead of cash. They're trying to get
Mhm.
away from the cash, I guess.
There was a big
So that's popping
stadium.
up here and there in different places, and they're testing it out. And I do know Congress, the financial committee voted down the digital currency that Biden administration is trying to put forth. Doesn't mean it's going to stop and it's not going to happen eventually, but for right now, it's on a stall. They shot it down. There's Nickname. I don't know if you said hi to him or
Her.
her. I'm sorry.
It's a her nickname. Hi, nickname. Good morning for you. Good morning in the UK. And I'm pretty sure no Rocky. No Rocky's from the UK also.
Yep.
Good morning to all of you people from the UK.
Well, Laz
What
left
was- what was that
already.
one?
I don't know if you left already, but have a good day or wherever you're starting out.
What was that one?
Which one?
Fifth Light. When do they show up?
Oh,
When they do show up, everybody will know. Oh yeah. It's probably gonna be similar to some of those UFO movies.
oops. AI might be our aliens. Yeah.
Oh, I think the little grays are little AI robot things. I think they're
Well, I
run by
think
the reptilians.
what Spiritual Odyssey is saying, I think a lot of our freedoms are already gone. We give out so much information online and signing up for this, and
Mm-hmm.
there's so much stuff in the fine print, and you got to order stuff online now, and you give up all your information, so it's out there. It's just whether it stays
Yep.
where it's supposed to stay or it gets put out.
I guess too late. They know everything about us. And if you think about it, I was born in 1962, and that's the year they took prayer out of schools. I mean, they used to have to pray a little prayer before school. Well, they took prayer out of school back then. Ever since then, since Gerald and you were 63, little by little, we have lost our freedom, and it was like a frog in water, just little by little, getting hotter and hotter. Now we're actually seeing it boil, and we're going, wow, what in the heck did we gave up so much? 6:48 a.m. Yeah, we'll be up till about 3 in the morning. We usually run about 3 in the morning with our midnight shows, or after midnight, whatever this is, Night Owl Lounge.
Night Owl Lounge. Could be early bird lounge for some people.
Well, no matter what happens in the future, no one should have fear. All of us are awake. That's pretty much in this chat. And we're getting the heck out of here or going to the positive timeline or whatever's going to happen. Nobody really knows how this is going to take place, but we are shifting into a higher frequency. Are we going to 5D Earth? I don't know. I mean, nobody really knows what's happening, but something is going to happen. It's kind of exciting on, when it's going to take place. When you see the bad things happen in the world, it's just like the birth pains of the earth. These things are supposed to happen. They're supposed to lead up to this time to separate the sheeps and goats or separate the wheat and tares. I mean, you've heard all the little parables. That's what's been happening for the last few years. You see the divisions. You're seeing who's on one side, who's awake, who's asleep, who wants to get out of here, or who just wakes up and is happy to get their coffee and go to work and live their life, on the 3D. And I don't care, come home, watch TV, go to bed. Us that we're awake, I mean, we're looking around, we're seeing what's happening, we're seeing UFOs, we're seeing cryptids, we're waking up more and more. We are heading down to a positive timeline. That's just my thoughts. I'm not an expert. It's just what I've been gathering going down these rabbit holes and our belief, our spiritual belief.
Yep. Everything's going up.
Well, let's see. I started smoking when I was in 8th grade. What year that was, I don't know. I'd have to figure it up. I graduated in 1980, so it'd be around 75, 76. Pack of smokes back then, and anybody could go in and get smokes. I mean, you can go in then. I mean, your parents told, gave you money and what, went down. Well, anyway, 45 cents a pack. 45 cents a pack. And I used my allowance. 45 cents a pack back then. Now they're about $10 a pack. $9, $10 a pack.
Yeah, we don't really do CE5. We just do the good intentions and let them know what we're feeling. We project that out. It's basically the same kind of deal, but we just don't belong to a program or pay money to do what we already are doing.
To me, Stephen Greer already kind of has bad raps, and he has these conventions that's thousands of dollars to go to do all the CE5 and this and that. And to me, every time I see CE5, it reminds me of Stephen Greer. And to me, anyone can do this. You don't have to call it CE5. You go out, meditate, call up your good intentions, send up love, joy, and bliss up into the air or out in the woods. Give them your intentions that you don't want to harm them. You're curious. And just raise your vibrations and frequencies. That's what CE5 is. If you got singing bowls, do singing bowls. If you've got tuning forks, do that. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you can do to, even a drum. You can hit your thighs, even like a drum.
There's nothing wrong with going to a sessions or, if you want to do that. I mean, but just be prepared to shell out some money, that you could be using for something else, whether it's equipment or something you might need the money for later on down, but I mean, not only has he progressed through the CE numbers, I mean, he's starting CE6 already. So there's another course or not really a course, but I don't know what you would call it, a session that you'd have to join and pay more money on top of what you already paid if you went to the CE5.
Well, like I'm saying, it's just our opinions on it that I don't feel like you need to spend money on this kind of stuff. Just go in your backyard and you can do it yourself. I just, I do like some of Stephen Greer's stuff. Don't get me wrong. There's some things that I don't agree on. You can agree to disagree on all kinds of people. But with the CE stuff, I just feel like what I've been doing the last 5 years in the backyard, experimenting with drums and flutes and all kinds of different things, or just sitting quietly and just sending love and saying thank you, and you do see something or hear anything. And that's, you can do it yourself.
You can search it out online or study it. People's talking about it. There's interviews where people talk about how to do CE5 or what they've learned. But if you want to go to one of his classes or one of his sessions, where you pay the money and you spend the weekend or whatever it is there and you learn all about it. I mean, I'm sure it's time well spent, but it's just whether you actually want to spend that kind of money.
And these days, you got to be careful who you trust. There's just, just go with your gut. If you just feel off on something, just kind of go with your gut. And there's just a lot of gimmicks out there, and a lot,
It's
there
like
is.
everything, though,
Yeah,
whether
you just have a
whether
hard
it's
time trusting.
Reiki, people are trying to have Reiki classes and
Right.
register you, and it's like give you a degree or certificate. Well, you don't need all that.
Well, I got 60 singing bowls. I don't need a certificate to get a mallet and hit it or make it sing.
Agree
So,
with your disagree.
agree with your disagree. Yeah. Disagree with my agreement. Yep.
Yep, there's people out there. You just need to search them out and find them, and you'll know. I mean, your
Mhm.
discernment will tell you, if it feels right, doesn't feel right, or the course or the person resonates with you.
Well, when someone's out there saying you must believe this way, you must do this, you must do that, be leery. If you got someone saying, I'm not an expert, I don't know, I'm just throwing out my opinion, that's a little more trustworthy, because there is some out there that I've watched a few years ago and unsubscribed to because they almost got, like they were their mother or their teacher and just telling people what to do and don't do this and don't do that. And I don't think anybody has the right to do that. We all have our own journey to go on, and it's our own decisions on what we want to believe in. If someone's different, that's fine. No one's right, no one's wrong. That's what's fun about this life. We get to choose what we want to believe in and think, but we shouldn't slap somebody in the face saying, you're not believing the same way as me, you're wrong. Yeah.
Well, you just got to weigh out everybody's opinions. This doesn't mean you have to be mean or ridicule anybody for their opinions. I mean, you don't have to agree with them. I mean, I was raised that way. You could have two different people that are friends that have different sides, whether it's political, religious, or whatever it is. But there's, my dad had friends like that, but they were still friends.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got the mean ones out there.
Let's bring up our first slide. See if anybody likes these. Or these are supposed to be weird or bizarre facts that are actually true, and a lot of them I have read before or seen on other shows. So we'll just start it off and see what everybody thinks. A mysterious unknown Russian radio station has been broadcasting a strange buzzing punctuated by intermittent code words since 1973.
Oh.
So people were thinking that it was, a secret agent kind of deal, whether they were spies, and other people thought they were alien radio signals coming through, or I mean, there was just all kinds of speculation while this is happening, and it was still going on not too long ago. I read a story about it still going on.
Who knows what they are saying up there and they're not telling us.
And I don't know what radio station or anything or what band it's on, but evidently they've been monitoring it for a long time, and I don't know if they've cracked the code or figured out what exactly it was or not.
Oop, I hear footprints or tap tap. Amen. I agree. I taught my kids that also, and I never bashed their fathers when I was not with them anymore. They got to grow up and see for themselves. And we live by this saying of life is like a buffet line. Eat off your own plate. Don't look at someone else. You do not judge. It's not up to us. You get to judge yourself that you don't want that on your plate, but that doesn't mean you get to judge that person directly. So I agree.
Now, Dennis was on tonight on his own channel on YouTube. You just look up Hunting the Shadows. He's on every Wednesday, I believe, at 8 p.m. Of course, there's a lot of people that are on at 8 p.m. during the week anymore, but Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Catch Dennis's channel. he's just amazing. He comes up with really good subjects, and he has a lot of experience. He's got like 50 plus years in the paranormal and cryptid and all that investigation. And
Hey, he's got over 100 people now. He's starting his own channel.
so, in case you don't know, we're on me and Dennis and William Nighthawk do a morning brew show where we talk about cryptids and paranormal and conspiracy theories every Saturday, Sunday morning at usually around 9 o'clock.
10:30.
It's been
10:30
blurry in
Eastern?
here lately, but it's usually right around 9 o'clock, 9:20
Central Time. It's
Central Time. Yes. So be
Yep.
sure to go over to Dennis's channel and check him out. Yeah, that's a hard lesson to learn sometimes, not to judge, not to start fights. And sometimes it's just nitpicking, especially with kids. They just love to push the buttons, those kids. I mean, we all did.
Yeah, we raised them not to drink, not to cuss, not to smoke. And once the kids moved out, you and I started smoking cigars again. I enjoy some wine once in a while. Hey, War, how are
Hi,
you
War.
doing? And what did I tell you? Was it last night that I said, guess what I had for supper? I had Captain Crunch cereal, and you know why? Because we have no kids in the house, and I can. We wouldn't have done that when I was raising kids.
Well, we did a couple breakfasts.
Yeah, we had like pancakes or waffles, and we had a breakfast night. Yeah, but
And
getting
kids,
Captain Crunch cereal out for supper, no, we did not do
no,
that.
but
But
kids
I
did
can
eat
now.
it as a snack later in the night, though. As long as they didn't run us out of milk. That was the big issue.
Yeah, but we do almond milk now. But hey, I'm a grown up. I can do what I want. If I want Captain Crunch for supper, I can. And you're at work, and you probably had Wendy's or
Something.
Arby's or something.
So here's the next one. A museum in Rome collects evidence of human souls entering or struggling to escape purgatory. So obviously that's based on the Catholic purgatory. So that's why it's probably in Rome, the Vatican, you know. So I don't know what kind of evidence they have been collecting, but it says there's a museum based on it.
I hear toes.
Yep, doggy's awake.
Yeah, you can eat dessert first. You can do what you want.
Or just eat dessert.
Yeah, morning food at night is fun. Whip out some pancakes that are in the freezer.
Yeah. So what else you guys got going on in the chat? Anything else? Guys experienced anything supernatural or ghost stories or aliens or any high strangeness? Like Jane said, be sure to check out behind us once in a while and see if you can see anything moving or coming out of the quilts on the wall, the gun picture, the clock. They come out of there. And somebody said the other night something came from behind my head.
Yeah, it went behind your head and whipped past the little Jamaican, African, Caribbean drum, steel drum, whatever that thing is by the guitar.
Actually, I think it was No, said one of them, and I'm trying to remember who the other person was that said something.
I think No said she found something behind me, so I got to go check that one out.
Wish I was out in the field tonight.
Oh, I tried. We're still kind of cloudy.
Crumpets and butter.
Oh, what are crumpets? Is that like a biscuit?
I think would be like a turnover or a
Yeah.
pastry or crumpets, I believe. I'm not sure.
Or is it more like a breakfast biscuit?
Could be a biscuit. I don't know.
It's so interesting how everyone says different things.
I'm much better ignoring the bumps in the night. Yeah, sometimes they get mad when you don't pay attention to them, though. Oh, cool. The LBL.
Well, how's your Psionics camera? Do you like it? I forgot about that. So how'd the camera turn out? And messing with settings and all that fun stuff.
You toast them. You toast what?
Oh.
Is it a bread? Is it a biscuit?
Or is it like an English muffin?
Is it filled with anything?
Waffle? Pancake?
Oatmeal butterscotch. That sounds good.
Ooh,
I don't
those are
really like
good.
raisins in my stuff, but I'd still
Oh,
eat
I
them.
like oatmeal scotchies though with raisins. Oh yeah. Send me some. It's a cross between a pancake and a muffin.
Oh, nice. So it's almost like a waffle.
That kind of reminds me almost like an English muffin. But English muffins aren't sweet. Oh yeah, when the leaves come down, you're really gonna be able to see. I mean, it's got a
like
nice
us,
zoom.
or like us around here when the fields start getting emptied, you can see what's going on out there in the fields.
Oh, that field would have been down last week if we didn't have
Hi,
rain.
Maggie.
Hi, Maggie. We've had rain every other day, and we've had the hopper, which is the big giant wagon next to the field. They haven't been able to get in, but they brought a tractor today and a mower, so they are getting closer. But yeah, we're getting that Psionics out, and we're going to film that whole field and see if
That
anything.
doesn't sound very good. An edible sponge.
Crumpets look like an edible sponge. Well, it kind of reminds me of an English muffin, with or without nuts. Ooh, with nuts. Oh, I love nuts. Yeah, walnuts or pecans. I like any kind of nuts and cookies. My nickname.
Bye. Thanks for coming.
I'll see you Friday on Andy's show.
I get crumpets and something mixed up, so I don't. That's like, I don't know. Sometimes I like waffle. Sometimes I like pancakes. Sometimes I like I don't bagels, and sometimes just plain toast. I don't know. Just mix it up.
I don't know. Crumpet sounds like a musical instrument.
Crumpet sounds something royal.
Yeah, give me some crumpets with butter. Crumpets. I know I've heard crumpets before. Crumpets.
There you go. There's Andy's website. We've been on his show, we're going to be on his show. He's came on our show, and
yeah, it's a great show.
We're
Tuesdays,
moderators
Wednesdays
in his chat, and we're part of his official team now.
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for us, 2:00 Central. And he's usually on for 2 hours. That's a great guest. I really enjoy watching Andy Decode show. Walnuts is very, very good for you. Walnuts, almonds, try to get like the raw, like I think they're called California almonds or raw almonds. Almonds and
almonds and walnuts.
Walnuts
and
is very, very good for you. If you like black walnuts, those are very good for you.
Cashews have
any kind of nuts.
You don't want to eat a lot of cashews because then you can start going the other way if you eat too much of one thing.
Pine nuts is very good.
Pine
Yeah, they're
nuts,
kind
yes,
of they're
I like pine
expensive.
nuts, sunflower seeds.
Yeah, pine nuts are expensive, but man, they are a tasty little nut.
Pumpkin seeds.
When I was losing weight several years ago, I lost 65 pounds, and I was eating nuts and fruit and kind of like a caveman diet.
You can eat my neighbor.
Wrong kind of nuts. Those are psychos. Yeah,
Well,
nuts are. Didn't you say walnuts is supposed to be good for your brain or your mind or?
yes. Hasn't helped me a lot, but yeah.
But then when you turn around and eat chocolate chip pancakes, you're doing the opposite.
Well, we're doing a whole show about breakfast food right now.
Yeah, and cookies and different kind of nuts.
So speaking of subbing, if anybody hasn't subbed yet or would like to,
Yep.
we're at 430 or 440, right?
Yeah, we're at 443.
443. So we're inching closer to the 500 mark.
And yeah, go sub to Andy. You'll really like Andy's shows in the afternoon.
And you need to listen close to his intro. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, you mean that sexy voice at the beginning?
Yeah, I don't know who that is. People were saying Bigfoot Michigan Rob. That's what they were all guessing.
Oh. I just never dreamed of being on a podcast ourselves, let alone modding for like 20 different chats. Now we're modding for the UK.
Yeah.
Never thought that. Just never thought that. Like, wow. Where is this life leading us? That's crazy. And here we are doing a midnight show.
Bacon.
I put sunflower seeds in my salads. And no, Tex is not the voice on Andy.
Tex is the voice for our intro.
Yeah, Tex is the voice for ours, but not
But
Andy.
on Andy Decodes, he's got a voice on there, and people are guessing it's Bigfoot Michigan Rob and.
And don't forget, Donnie Cho Says Stuff. He's got a channel.
Listen to this week's Donnie Cho talk says stuff.
Donnie's trying to get a Church of Dog Man, and we're calling him Pope and Brother Cho. He was trying to ordain Jason tonight, and he wouldn't let him. What are we guessing? I'm not sure.
The voice for the intro for Andy Decodes.
Yeah, everyone's trying to figure out who's the voice.
He had a special guest come do an intro for him. A narration.
Both channels. What other channels did we share? Text.
Well, we've shared all of them. We got Dennis's that we just talked about.
Oh, yeah, Dennis. Yeah. Dennis, Andy Decode.
Porch. We got Donnie Says Stuff. We got Jason McLean Questions Everything. We got Blondes and Booze. We got Bigfoot Michigan Rob. I mean, there's just so many of them. I mean, now I became a moderator in Mike's channel, Long Island Bigfoot. And we might be doing something this weekend with him, possibly. We might go on his show.
Who?
Long Island Bigfoot.
Oh, okay.
If we can squeeze it in Saturday afternoon or sometime, then we might do a show with him.
Oh, I'm trying to find something. Hold on. Keep talking.
All right. So there's a lot of channels. I mean, if you didn't know, at one time when we were first getting ready to start out, that I reached out to Tex, and he was going to bring us on his platform, Texas Front Porch, which, you know, started Blondes and Booze. Jason Questions Everything. Bigfoot Michigan Rob was on there, and then, of course, Tex had his own shows, and we were going to go on there, but things didn't work out, or the timing was wrong, and Tex got a strike from YouTube for whatever reason. They didn't like everybody multi-streaming to each other's channels, and so we never got to be a part of officially on Texas Front Porch, but they're still accepting of us and help us out a lot. And we've been on all their shows, and we've had quite a few of them on our shows. And
I can't find it. Hold on.
then we got Andy D Codes, and we got Amber's Paraworld. Of course, we've been on Jessica's the Cryptid Huntresses, and we've been on so many different shows. They've all became friends with us, and we do stuff together behind the scenes. We trade information and, you know, talk about stuff. And yeah, Spiritual Odyssey, we'd be mods for your show, and we'll be sure to tune in. And
Is she a mod for us?
I do not know.
I'm trying to see in chat. Hold on.
She is now. So there you go. There you go, Spiritual Odyssey.
Never mind. Just now found it. Yay. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
So we got so many channels that we're kind of associated with. And like I said, we're doing stuff with behind the scenes. We'll probably be on Dennis's show eventually when he starts having guests on, but he's doing so well by himself.
Everyone go sub to Spiritual Odyssey. She's starting a channel and wants to upload. And we all are going to go over there and support her.
You can actually get rid of all that stuff at the end, all the way to where it says Odyssey. None of that matters.
I just go up and copy
I
the
know
three
you do.
little
I
dots.
always edit it and get rid of it.
Oh, what? I just, when you're a mod, you got to copy fast and get it in there. So yes, everyone go and subscribe to Spiritual Odyssey, and let's get her channel going. Whoop, whoop. I had to go back and chat and click on her channel. I couldn't find it over there on the list.
Smarter beard than I, sir. Beard. They say beards do make you smarter, or at least look smarter. I don't know. Well, here, we'll put that up. We'll put that up again. Now, why is this link? Why is nose and your link got different endings?
Oh. I hope we got the right one.
Everything's the same except for the very ending. I don't know why that is. But anyway, if you go to YouTube or just look up A Spiritual Odyssey, you'll find it.
So, I couldn't find A Spiritual Odyssey. We finally had to talk through Messenger and we got our link.
All right. Well, we'll have to work on that and see if we can't get the.
So that's how I finally found her and subscribe. So the one that I did definitely went to her channel.
So anytime anymore, I don't know why we used to have personal names, like it would just be YouTube / A Spiritual Odyssey, and then it would stop. There wouldn't be none of that other stuff behind it. Now YouTube changed it again. I mean, that was the whole reason why we picked names, is so you can be known as that entity. And now they're adding the junk behind it again. So I don't know if they, just like they take away subscribers, you still have all your subscribers, but they just show you like they took away 2 or 2 people left. And most people aren't leaving. It's YouTube somehow in their algorithm are just not showing you everybody that subscribed to your channel. So this could be one of those things too, where they took away or you could just have your name, a spiritual odyssey, up there where people could just find you. And so I don't know.
And you're very welcome. We all support each other around here. That's why we let everybody know about everybody's channels. We like to support everyone.
So yeah, she's going to do singing bowls and stuff like that. You know,
That's gonna be cool.
she has singing bowls and going to do videos just like Churro Sounds does, flutes and music and singing bowls. And Spiritual Odyssey is going to start doing stuff like that. And so it should be fun to see what she comes up with.
It's a lot of fun. I didn't think we'd do anything like this, but man, we
There
started.
you go, Maggie. Subscribe to Spiritual Odyssey.
All right.
Thank you, Maggie. Well, you're very welcome.
You know, when you're a mod, go, you know, feel free to
If
share
any-
your links. And if you got a Facebook group that you're starting or something, you know, feel free to get the link and throw it in the chat.
If anybody else has Facebook groups or YouTube pages or anything, or YouTube channels, I shouldn't say pages, feel free to put them up here. Let everybody know. We don't care. Just go ahead. I mean, you're already in here, made it to our channel. You might as well check out other people's channels too.
War
And we're all
said,
part of that.
War said, I appreciate the drama free. Yeah, I don't like drama. I don't like the fighting. I don't like name calling. I don't like the division. I don't like any of it. Can't we all just get along and enjoy our own life and smile and love each other?
Hi, Mars.
Hi, Mars. And if you don't like hugs, well, we can elbow bump or something, you know.
Well, we pretty much get along with everybody, and we never really cared one way or another what anybody else's opinion is. I mean, we take everybody's opinion, you know, with a grain of salt. We watch them, we love their shows, and we like most of their information. If they say something that we don't agree with, we just keep it to ourselves. I mean, you don't have to be mean or ridicule somebody or judge somebody. I mean, I'm sure everything that we bring out, not everybody agrees with, or you know, a lot of it's just theory or something that pops into our heads, and we just bring it up to see, okay, what do you guys think? We don't know the answers. We just stuff this comes to us, and we say, okay, this is what we believe, or this is what happened or came up the other day, and we go from there. We just keep on rolling. We just keep changing our theories as things come up, or somebody else might mention something on their interview or show, and I think, you know what, that kind of makes sense. And then we just kind of add that to how we believe or think, well, maybe that's possible.
But if we don't like someone or really disagree, or my stomach kind of turns, well, then yeah, I also unsubscribe, but I don't have to tell them about it. You don't have to send them a nasty email or a message saying, I'm leaving your channel, I'm unsubscribing. No, I just leave quietly and go, huh, oh well, just focus on the positive and the other shows that you do appreciate.
We're just glad you guys all show up and hang out with us, and we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, or sometimes we'll bring stuff up just to try to get the ball rolling.
And you don't have to agree with us. We're probably wrong too. I mean, nobody knows. We're going to get to the other side and go, oh my gosh, we weren't even close, were we?
So if you guys have a channel in here or somebody you want to promote, go ahead and pop it up. Oh, I got behind in chat again.
I know, I'm trying to read it without putting my old granny glasses on.
All right, I think we're caught up for a second.
There, I don't get why I said, no, you don't have them up fast enough.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I don't think you're looking. I think I have them up, and then I think, all right, it's time to move on. Or
Yeah, some people just have to send nasty emails and
So if you notice, you'll see a lot of the same people show up in the same chats.
mhm.
That kind of lets you know that you're home or you find something agreeable that, if you see the same people and you get along with them in our chat, and then you happen to see the same people over in Texas Front Porch or Blondes and Booze or Bigfoot Michigan Robs or Andy Decodes. I mean, you'll see JoJo, you'll see all these people. Who else is in here? That's
Dogman UK, he's in a lot of
Dogman
chats.
UK, and you'll see Mike Long Island Bigfoot in a lot of the same chats as us. You'll see Jessica the Cryptid Huntress. A lot of people or her popping into our chats or their chats, and you'll know when you find the other right show to watch. In a different time slot, hopefully, because sometimes we've got caught in that where we've like, oh man, we got 3 friends or 3 people that we're mods in, and they're all on at the same time.
There's some shows I don't know anybody.
One of them.
There's some shows I don't know anybody in chat. It's a good channel. I like their guests, but the chat is a totally different chat. Nobody says hi back or anything. So I'm one of these lurkers that I just enjoy the show. But this community, yeah, everybody's everybody's in everybody's chat. I love it. But if you see drama, leave. If they're trying to pull you in their drama, leave.
Yep.
Trying to get you on their side.
There's people that pop in our chats and they're just kind of here listening for a while or in the background, or then maybe they go to somebody else's channel, or maybe they had to leave. And I mean, that's fine. I'm just glad you showed up and checked us out, and hopefully you're listening and get involved in our chat. And if you don't, that's fine too. I mean, we're not going to please everybody, or maybe we're not everybody's cup of tea. I don't know.
Cup of tea.
Cup of tea. Now we're back to tea and crumpets. Yeah, nose a lurker.
I think we all lurk, unless you are in somebody's show like this that everybody's in there. But like I said, there's some that they don't say hi back, and you just don't fit into the chat itself.
There's some chats that are not very friendly to everybody. I mean, they're friendly, and they pay attention to the show and ask questions and stuff, but they don't say hi to everybody. Like we're normally saying hi to everybody in chat, and people are saying hi back to us, and you get to know everybody in the community, and you start seeing them in other chats. So you start saying hi to them over there, and then a few more people from that chat start recognizing you and saying hi. And I mean, it's just nice.
Some chats are mean.
You'll see other chats where they just don't acknowledge that you're there.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one that me and Jane have talked about before. A therapy cat in a Rhode Island nursing home has predicted dozens of deaths by locating and lying with residents who are on death's door.
I remember that.
And we've talked about that before, where cats have snuggled up with me, and Jane will say, "Uh-oh."
Are they saying something to us?
Are they trying to tell us something? So that goes back to piercing the veil and animals that have, better sights, better hearing, and they're able to sense things better than us. Whether they can actually pierce the veil, I don't know. But, I mean, it's kind of weird that they predicted quite a few deaths. I mean, they spend a lot of time now, whether they know the person is ailing or close to death, and they're just there to comfort them, because the purring of a cat is very soothing, and they say it's very good therapy for people.
Is that where we have too many cats?
Yeah, that's probably why they all showed up to our house.
They are therapy. I heard their purr is at a certain frequency in hertz that is a healing And it is very soothing when they are on your lap or next to you, unless they're sleeping on the pillow next to you and they're purring in your ear. That's a little annoying.
Well, I don't know where I left off, so if I missed anybody's comments, I'm sorry.
Chatty. Yeah, some communities are real chatty.
But then there is interviews or people shows that it's like I'm really involved in the story or whatever they're telling. So just like that, I miss people saying hi to me or saying something in chat, because you're just so immersed into the story. It's like, man, this is so interesting. Then pretty soon you're like, oh man, there's people talking.
Well, sometimes the chat's talking about something else and they're not even listening to the interview and not even on the subject of the interview. They're talking about something else and chat, like Christmas presents
like
or
us
something.
in here,
Or
we're
food.
talking about food and not any particular subject, and the people up there could be talking about, a ghost experience, paranormal, or some kind of creepy story or this experience, and all of a sudden everybody in chat's talking about spaghetti and
Pineapple on pizza.
pineapple on pizza. That was a big subject one night.
Don't touch my doobly doo.
I mean, there's no wrong or right for chats. I mean, if you want to come in and say hi to everybody and that's all you do, I mean, making friends or talking to friends, and that's fine. If you have questions for the chat and you don't necessarily know everybody in chat or whatever, or you just want to listen to the show, I mean, the important thing is, besides being social with everybody, I mean, the important thing is you're there to actually listen to somebody, what they're talking about.
No, I've been in some chats that there's people in there complaining about the host, complaining about the guest, criticizing the guest, and I'm going, you don't like it, just leave. You don't have to express your opinion. There is such thing as to keep your opinion to yourself sometimes.
Now, a lot of times show, if they're glitching out, they ask the chat, hey, can you hear me? Is it better now? Because they're making adjustments on the fly as they're doing their live shows. That's fine, but if they say something or they, their picture's a little fuzzy or a little dark, I mean, that's the way they set up their show. If that's the way it is, it's none of my business to go in chat and say, hey, I don't like what you're saying, or I don't agree with this, or I don't like this, or can you speak louder, or can you turn that music down? Can you, it's their show.
I know. I just kind of roll my eyes going, okay, I'll just say it. You're a mod in this chat. You're not supposed to correct the host, correct the interviewer. You're supposed to correct the chat. Not tell them that they're 2 minutes late for their break. And, I've just seen so many just correcting. I'm going, oh, okay. You're supposed to keep an eye on chat, not tell them that their mic's too loud or I can't hear the guest, or I just want to enjoy the show. And
I mean, sometimes the guests are on a cell phone or they got bad service. You just have to deal with it. And if you catch the words here and there, or if you catch a whole sentence, and, go off of that. But I mean, you're not, by complaining about something, you're not helping this situation or anything. Randon Audica.
Yeah, Amber does. Yeah, that's what she uses for like a spirit talker type thing.
Speaking of listening while doing something else, we've been asked to join KPNL, a radio station that's online, and that is somebody that we know behind the scenes from Texas Front Porch is helping with that channel and getting it going and getting shows on there. So here pretty soon, you'll be able to listen to us online, no video, just audio. So if you don't catch us live, or if you don't go back to YouTube to watch our repeats, there's a chance you can listen to us and other channels online now through KPNL.
Which means we're gonna have to start doing breaks.
No, I don't think so. I think he's gonna just pick a place that's
Okay.
close to what they're. I don't know. I think Odyssey is why they're taking breaks, not KPNL.
All right.
So if we ever join Odyssey or do that, then you have to have scheduled breaks because that's more of a radio network service. That's a real radio station.
This is pretty much
where KPNL is online. They don't have, I don't think, interruptions, or maybe it's in between shows. I don't know.
it's pretty much the same radio station that Rob, Blondes and Booze, Tex, all of them have been taking a break for or whatever.
And there's some other channels that I haven't heard of that are on there.
So we're moving up into the world.
So I was very very honored that they asked us to join and start broadcasting our show. So we're in the middle of getting that taken care of. And
yeah, and then you hear people complain, why do you take breaks? Because some people have to.
Well, some people have to take care of business, or something comes up where they take a 5-minute break, and it helps out with the radio station, and then they get to go take care of whatever they need to take care of.
Pee. Some people do use that break to run upstairs and go to the bathroom real quick. Go outside, smoke.
Or, some people let their dogs out, or we've had to go upstairs and see what's going on with our dog or cats, whatever the commotion is upstairs.
Yeah, that's one app that I know Amber's Paraworld uses it. I haven't used that one. We use Spirit Talker and Spirit Music Box. I really like those two the best.
Wow.
Oh, butt dialing?
Oh, internet.
It just makes calls, so you must be butt dialing.
There was a time when I thought about just getting rid of the cell phone. I thought, what the heck do I want this thing for? Only thing I ever used it for was to call for pizza on the way home or something. Or, I mean, there was very few times that we used it actually for emergencies or actually to call to really say something important. It was just like chit chat. And
that's true. We're on our tablets more than the phones. We got a bigger screen on our tablets.
They're on Google and Apple.
Yeah.
So the Play Store and the Apple Store.
Spirit Talker is a lot of professional paranormal people like using that. And let's see, less on Object and Orb uses that.
Less Durant.
Now, yeah, those you got to pay for those. I mean, they're not the free ones. They're like $4.99, so they're not preloaded. So you will come up with some strange names, and that's why I like Spirit Talker better. It doesn't have a dictionary that's preloaded, so it does seem like it works pretty darn good.
So Les Duran on Objects and Orbs on YouTube, and I think he has a Facebook group.
Amber's Paraworld.
He's been on quite a few shows here lately, and he's doing UFO videos. But when we met him, he was doing Spirit Talker and doing EVP sessions, and he has it all set up live. And there's a couple of videos of me being on there, and Brown Dwarf's another one. Check out his channel.
And Spirit Music Box was the other one, but I like Spirit Talker better. And what's nice, if you have tablets and the phone, when you pay for it, make sure you sync it with all your devices. It's family friendly or whatever you want to call that. Ooh.
So here's a good one. Hamlet Productions often used real skulls. The 2008 production of Hamlet starring David Tennant uses composer Andrei Tarkovsky's skull, which he willed for that specific person. While not every Hamlet skull is a celebrity, staging of the play have been using real human heads since at least 1755. So like in Shakespeare's time, had no respect for dead bodies at the time. They just took body parts and bones and whatever and used them in plays and had them on exhibits. And so all the plays of William Shakespeare, Hamlet, To Be or Not to Be, when he's holding up the head talking to the dead ancestor or whatever, and that's an actual real human skull that they use.
That's sad. Wonder who that is.
They continue that up to this day. Some of them, or they're actually using, like this guy. He actually willed. He's in the arts. And that, so he willed his skull to be used during the plays. But the other ones before that, back in when William Shakespeare was really popular, they did not ask for permission or get willed body parts.
What do they do? Grave robbers?
Yeah, grave robbers or anywhere. I mean, you could get skulls and body parts a lot.
Susie B's in the house. Susie B, Susie B, Susie B, 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 B.
Thanks for coming.
B, 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 B. I love your name.
It is fun to say.
I know. Susie B, 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 B.
That and Jessica S.
Yes. And Freaky Geek.
Freaky
Geek. All kinds of cool names.
Good names. I like all of our chat names. I
still want to make up that one name that you and I have been discussing and be in chat. Nobody's going to know who I am. I think that'd be fun.
Oh, now we're going to start quoting Shakespeare in plays.
Oh, she's almost done with our rocks.
Yep. Yeah, cool. I can't wait to see them so we can show them on air.
I need to take pictures of some of these rocks I'm finding in the field and show Susie B. I'm finding interesting things out in that field just behind our barn, so I'm not sure what's gifting me. But they're coming up with faces and unique shapes, and one looks like an owl, and one looks like a alien.
So we'll be sure to show our rocks online on air when Susie gets them to us, because she's making them special for us. Jane's going to have one. I'm going to have one. And people are just getting ready to start sending us stickers of their shows or stuff like that. So we'll show everybody their stickers or logos. And it's like we're sharing our links online. And so if anybody has any stickers they want to send us, we'll share it online, show everybody, and mention your channel. Or just like Susie, if you're an arts and crafter and you make something for us special, we'll show it and give you credit for it and let everybody know. Just like Spiritual Odyssey, I believe, is working on some embroidery for us. I think patches. So when we receive those, and we will show them and let everybody know.
We got something special that Susan Woodcarver is making for us. That might take some time, but that's going to be a beautiful wood spirit carved into a big chunk of wood. And
so Susan has showed up in our chats and other people's chats. So if you haven't heard of her, she's in the same state, not real far away from us, and we've seen some of her work on other channels where she'll actually have a piece of wood in her kitchen or wherever she's at for quite a while and tries to intuitively listen or see what resonates out of that wood, and she carves spirits or elementals or whatever that wood spirit is out of that block, whatever it's telling her. Any crystals back there? Our crystals behind Jane? We have crystals behind me and rocks and minerals and
My whole collection's back here. I've got
Are you asking us, Susie?
I got trays and trays and trays and trays and trays of my crystals over here. Are they asking about me?
I don't know. We were talking about Susie making us rocks, and we're going to show them online when we get them. And
Yeah, quite a bit of my crystals are back here on the shelf, and I think that one strange one's back here somewhere, isn't it?
I think when we were talking before, I had already joined your Facebook group. So if anybody that has a show or a thing, join Spiritual Odyssey on Facebook or YouTube, and she'll do the same thing for you guys.
If anybody can see this, I found this last year. And it's a rock, but it has a screw. That's like it's embedded in a rock. Can you see that?
Yep. I can't really tell. I see it's rusted.
There.
I can't really tell necessarily.
Yeah,
that
and it's
screw.
inside this rock. Just weird. Nobody would drill a screw in a rock.
Here, hang on 1 second. Now I'll put it back up there. I got you bigger now. Or actually, you know what? I'll just do this.
Isn't that weird? So is that Tartaria when everything kind of melted? Because nobody would be screwing a screw or drilling a screw into a rock. Yeah, not embedded like that. And the other day I found one that looks like an owl. It has giant eyes and kind of crystally and even has a little point. It was just bizarre.
Here, I'll move us back the way we were so our names match up.
Oh.
That looks like a knot from a tree. I don't think you can see that one that I actually have.
Yeah, your driftwood.
Well, this isn't actually driftwood.
Oh, I thought you said that was driftwood.
No, it was in a swampy area. Looks like a peg leg.
Yeah, it does look like a peg leg.
This was off a I'm trying to remember what kind of tree it was, but this was actually going down like this into the water, and my brother cut it off and saved this part, and he finished it. He put some stain and stuff on it. And this was back when we were really, really young, and I've kept it all these years. So it's kind of a boggy, swampy area where the roots of a tree were slowly going down over the bank into the water, and my brother cut that off.
There, I'll just start showing off. This almost looks like chocolate. This is, I'm not sure what, I think it's a jasper. Isn't that pretty? Looks like a big lollipop. Whoops, almost dropped it too.
Well, look at who showed up. Hi, Mike. We were just
Hi,
talking
Mike.
about you and your show. And, we're talking about anybody's and putting up everybody's links in our show and trying to spread the love to everybody. And
Somebody throw Mike's link out there. Or Mike, throw your own link out there. It's a huge marble. That's not a marble. It's a sphere. I'm pretty sure it's a jasper. I'd have to look on my list what it was.
Yeah, Mike, you're a mod. You can put links up.
What are you doing up this time of night? It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning for you, Mike.
Well, usually when we get off, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. There's children watching. Children of the Corn.
There's children watching.
I
What,
don't know.
behind me?
Children of the
not.
Corn.
I thought all of our children moved out.
A huge
It's a
sweet potato.
sweet potato.
Oh,
Yeah, some crystals can kind of look strange. A rock that hangs in caves. Huh.
oh, it's like a stalactite or stalagmite. One of them's top, one of them's bottom.
Yeah, there's interesting. Geo. What all do I have back here?
So you guys make sure to go over to Long Island Bigfoot Mike, his YouTube channel. He usually does a morning show almost every day, and he's in the car talking to the chat, kind of like what we're talking to you now. And
He's live in the woods, Sasquatching.
he has live outings where he's going out exploring forests and fields, and a lot of times he's out on the weekends camping, and he goes live from there. So he pops up all times during the day, but definitely catch him early in the mornings. He gets on and really helps get your day started. I mean, it's a friendly chat, and he's just, talks about what's going on and what's happening during the day and what's coming up for him, and mentions everybody in the chat like we try to do. And
Yep, support
check
everybody's
him out.
channel. Support everybody's channel. Well, they're talking about your peg leg.
Peg leg,
Peg leg.
man bits. All right, thanks, Spiritual Odyssey, Long Island Bigfoot. All right, where were we? I think we're about here now.
Oh,
This one's weird. I have actually not heard of this one. This is a new one for me. A legendary practice in ancient Arabia involved a person binging on honey until they died. So they must be close to death. So then they start eating lots of honey. And then it says soaking in honey for 100 years and then being made into bone healing candy.
what?
So I'm assuming they
Ew.
digested as much honey as they could before they died. Then they were soaked in honey. And then eventually they were chopped up into little bone healing candies for people to digest. I'm assuming that's how I'm reading it. I don't know. So that's kind of creepy or disgusting, however you want to look at it.
The picture looks like those cream cheese mints you get at weddings.
Yeah, it does. Only they're skulls.
Yeah. And they're all in different shapes and stuff, and they're cream cheese and coated with sugar. That's disgusting, though. So they OD'd on honey?
So here's a good one for you. Disneyland used to display real human bones. The Pirates of the Caribbean ride used cadaver parts from UCLA in the 1960s.
Oh, wow.
So the skeletons and all that stuff that you saw in the Caribbean, Pirates of the Caribbean ride when they first opened up and started getting the park going, those were real skeletons. They weren't any of the animatronics or made up special effects. Those were real skeletons from the UCLA medical program. And we were talking about Hamlet, and this is during our childhood or going to the Disneyland parks, and they had real skeletons.
I was just thinking, no wonder Sasquatch hides from us. Us humans are just psychos. We do some weird stuff.
I can't sub unless I unsub first.
Well, you can unsub and then sub. You'd get another notification and just say, hey, I subbed to you again. That's funny.
Well, everybody pretty much agrees this is that was pretty gross. The honey part, anyway.
Oh, that'd be a little sweet cannibalism. Don't call your spouse honey anymore.
I don't know. Maybe UCLA wanted their skeletons back.
Oh my God.
Mike fall asleep on us?
He probably popped in and popped back out.
Yeah, probably.
Some people, well, it's the middle of the night for them. This time everybody gets up in the middle of the night and pees and then goes back to bed. You get on your tablet and phone real quick. Oh, who's on?
Just like Amber Paraworld that night popped in and watched us instead of being online binge shopping late at night.
Yeah, she said she couldn't go back to sleep, so she saw us on.
Yeah, there was a lot of skeleton bone stuff in those pictures I had tonight. Misappropriation of cadavers.
That one.
Honey, I'm home.
Oh,
Bits
don't
of
call
honey.
me.
Maybe that's how Bits of Honey started.
Don't call me honey anymore.
Isn't that little honey candy? Isn't it Bits of Honey?
Little bits of honey. Honey, I'm home. That was a good one.
No, different kind of wee. Well, here we go. Now, honey balls, honey oysters.
Oh boy, now we're gonna get.
I didn't say anything about specific parts, or they just said they chopped up the body into little pieces.
Yeah, made them into little pieces of candy.
Yeah.
I'll never eat one of those cream cheese candies the same again now.
Let's see. I think this is the one that we just talked about, Disney.
Yep. Ew.
So, mass hysteria in a large 19th century French convent once caused a bunch of nuns to start loudly meowing in unison for hours a day. Now, the report that I heard about this before, not only were the nuns acting different, but then it started spreading out into the town or into the village. And people would start acting weird and almost zombie-like and making weird noises. And it turned out that it was, I think they said it wasn't a possession or anything. It was actually like a virus or bacteria from back, this is the early 19th century. So they had some kind of spreading virus or bacteria that eventually spread through the town, and they were all acting weird until doctors from a different village or different town came in and figured it out and started giving people medicine, and it went away. So it only happened for a while. I don't know, not a while, but it happened for quite a while, but till they figured it out.
Think they were smoking too much catnip?
Who knows?
Hi, Penny. And Mike is still on chat.
Oh, all right.
He must be behind a little bit. He was talking about the peg leg.
Oh. So here's a Yugoslavian granny was a prolific serial killer.
She was a serial killer?
Yes. Anna Draxton, also known as Baba Anuka, prepared potions to help women with their marital troubles, which were often of the husbands in the abusive asshole variety. And the potions were carefully measured arsenic. She'd killed between 50 and 150 people before she was caught in 1928. But she was literally killing people's husbands or spouses for money, saying they had love potions or, to help with their situation. And I guess it did help if you got rid of one or the other.
That just proves my point. Don't trust grandmas either.
Grandmas can be sneaky at times, I guess.
Oh my
You're a grandma.
My grandma's a serial killer.
You're a grandma.
Yeah, I'm a grandma.
Yeah.
Got 4 grandchildren so far.
All right, I guess we'll start with Long Island. I don't know where I left off when I started talking about.
Wow, that's gorgeous. Yeah, he must be behind in chat.
There's Penny ahead of him. I didn't see Penny. Hi, Penny. Thanks for coming.
Am I supposed to do a video of all of our crystals? I got them
Well,
upstairs.
you kind of got one video that kind of shows crystals and stuff, I think, on your channel.
We got them upstairs. We got them downstairs.
We need to do a crystal show.
I have them outside, in the bathroom, on the headboard in our bed.
I don't know if it was from Mariah. It might have been from Mariah. I can't remember the story.
The nuns had a hissy fit. They must
fit. They were meowing.
Yeah, they must have got into the catnip and started smoking. That's about as bad as these kids that are furries or whatever, and they don't.
I think you're right, Penny, because I read that story way before I saw it tonight or today. So
rye mold.
I think you're right.
I give up on reading chat. I'll just wait till you pull everybody up. $50 to $150. He's lurking. Sometimes I lurk. Sometimes
there you go. Long Island Bigfoot. Go out and subscribe to his channel and check him out. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was the rye grains.
Oh, bad grandma.
Well, now we're into the granny killing people.
Why'd you do it? Because he's an asshole.
Maybe it was I guess she just said husbands. I guess she didn't do the other spouses. I guess it was just the husbands. I don't know.
That kind of reminds me of the meme that you see on Facebook that I'm going to end up being one of these random elderly people that just bite people for no reason and get away with it.
Oh, did you have a bad experience tonight out in the field?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You think something followed you home?
Thanks, Mike. We like your shows too. I tune in as often as I can. Yeah. Sometimes you're on a little bit earlier than when I wake up, since I work second shift. We start this show right after I get home or shortly after I get home from work.
Yeah,
so that's why we're on so late.
He gets home at midnight and gives us a half an hour to get ready and pop on and have fun. But we love you too, Mike.
See what everybody's doing for the week, and sometimes we have a topic or a story here and there, and usually it's a cryptid report, but didn't have nothing this week.
Sometimes there's too many people on at the same time. Do we use pendulums? Yes, I do. Used one in front of my sister in the video chat. It creeped her out. Yeah, we have several. We have several different pendulums upstairs. I don't think I have one down here. I use dowsing rods. I like tarot cards and oracle cards. Crystal.
Yeah, actually, I think Penny's right. It was a rye mold, and I think I saw it on a show where they talked about how the nuns, and then the people in the village started spreading out and it going crazy and acting different, and some of them would even lay motionless on the road like they just passed out or died. And then they finally figured it out what was wrong with them and started giving them the medicine. Halloween candy that passes all mom's test.
Is Mike eating too much Halloween candy and that's why he's awake?
I used to get in trouble with that when I was divorced from my first wife. The girls would come over and I'd get them pizza, McDonald's, and ice cream, and being the good dad, or playing the good dad, on the weekend, spoiling them, buying them stuff at Walmart or wherever, and then I'd soon hear about it after they get home, how hyper they are or wouldn't wind down. And that's not my intentions. My intention is just to have fun with them and spend time with them, and so I'm sure it happens to everybody. Or
A war criminal going to bed.
I don't think anything followed me. I'm just awake.
Good night, war. I think that's what I'm reading.
They
Enjoy
don't
your
work for me.
Enjoy your psionics camera. They work for me. I think that was the pendulums. Yeah, the pendulum, they work for me also.
Oh yeah. Tarot cards
40
or
decks. I'm not sure how many I've got. I like oracle cards better. But I've got, maybe 20 different decks upstairs.
Thanks, War.
Love you. Can't wait to see what you got on the psionics. The alien couldn't stop.
Yeah, maybe I'm putting two stories together. Maybe the village was different than the Nun Dane.
Yeah, but why would the nuns meow?
I don't know. Who knows how it affects your brain the way it does. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, I've got, I'm trying to think, maybe 8 different pendulums with different gemstones.
All right. Thanks for coming. Love you.
Love you, Rocky. Change your name back to Rocky.
Yeah.
Or just say, no, I'm Rocky.
Everybody's changing their names, and I keep getting confused on who is who and what is, it's like, oh, I remember now. But then it's like, oh.
She can change it to no, I'm Rocky.
No, I'm Rocky. Yeah.
All right. Good night, Penny.
Penny, thanks for
get some
coming.
sleep. Nobody's able to sleep. Everybody needs to go to the dispensaries and get gummies so you can sleep. Go to sleep on gummies. Later, no.
Later, no.
I just
No,
know is Rocky.
No.
And Spiritual Odyssey, we finally found out who she was. Growing old with purpose.
I was confused, and I thought,
I know.
we got two people with similar stuff going on, and
we haven't seen Growing Old with Purpose, so we email her and find out she's Spiritual Odyssey. I'm going,
maybe she didn't want people to know that.
Oh, oops. Rewind. Edit. We didn't say that. You were telling it right. There's several different stories years ago.
Oh, I must have went by it really fast. Thanks for coming in, Mike.
Love you, Mike. The LIB. LIB Mike.
I got tired of being called growing old.
Well, I'm Chi Chai
Well, I mean, there's,
T.
that's a sad thing that we all face. You like, oh, I wish I was older, or I wish I was growing old. And when you start getting older and start getting your intelligence, or start knowing things and experiencing the world and how things work, then your body starts failing you. So now it's like, oh man.
Can't see, you
There's
can't hear. Your
a
teeth fall
season
out.
for everything.
Hair falls out. Hair turns gray.
It's the moon.
Except I really look kind of brown tonight. You look gray. I always look blonde.
Yeah,
Brown
I'm just gray.
I got a little brown underneath. That's my normal.
And I got some brown or dark spots here and there, but that's about it. Mostly gray.
We're missing Duke in chat. Where is he?
Yeah, Duke hasn't popped in.
Oh, yeah. Susie B says it's the moon. It is getting close to the full moon again. There's a lot of times I can't sleep anyway. Especially these kind of nights. We go to bed at 3:30 in the morning. I'm wired until like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Anybody call you T?
T? No. They call me Janie.
I don't get the reference. It must be it's freaky, so it has to be some kind of hidden punchline that I'm not getting.
T. T Jane T. I've been called Janie, Woofy. Didn't like all the reminders.
I know there's a lot of times I didn't want to say hi, getting old or growing old, or I didn't know really what to put in chat. I didn't really like saying it either.
Well, being a mod, you're trying to say hi to people so fast, you try to make it short as possible.
Oh, Chi-T. See, I knew there was a punchline or a
there's chai. Yeah, there's chai. There is chai tea, which is CHAIIA. No, Chiro is actually Greek, and it's the first and last letter of the Greek alphabet. It means Alpha Omega, beginning and end, and it means Christ. It's not chi as in New Age chi. It's Chiro, and it came from a song by an Irish Celtic Christian band called Iona, and it was called the Book of Kells. And it had Matthew, Mark, Luke, but one of their songs was called Chiro, and that was one of my favorite songs, and that's where I got my name. So it's Chiro as in Alpha and Omega. It means Christ.
Hi, Derek.
Hi, Derek.
I'm glad you won your battle.
Huh? You had a battle with an alien? Well, cool. I hope you beat the living crap out of it.
Donnie Cho's clone.
Donnie Cho's clone? Donnie Cho's not in here, is he?
I haven't seen Donnie. He's calling I think
Derek Donnie Cho's clone?
I think he's calling Freaky. Or maybe Donnie. I don't know. They both like telling the joke, so I'm not sure.
Well, hello, my brothers in Dogman. How are you doing this fine hour, Derek? I have a question. Oh, yeah, I've got so much nettle growing behind the barn that drives me crazy, and I keep accidentally touching it, but I've never really have made nettle tea. I do have nettles dehydrated, and I make tinctures out of them, and I add it to my witch's brew for my medicines. But yeah, I've got tons of nettle behind the barn.
And there's more than one kind of nettle, and they both have different therapy benefits.
No, even catnip has good benefits. There is everyone thinks they're weeds. They're not weeds. Every single one has healing benefits behind them. And I make tinctures out of them, and got dandelion root and dandelion and black walnut, and you make black walnut tincture. It's good for parasites, and there's just all kinds of stuff out there.
Yeah, we were in SOR that night when you posted our link. Thank you very much.
Yep, thank you. Thank you.
Well, there he is. I skipped right over him.
Oh, Rat's in here. Hi, Rat. Rat Sass.
I think you put the S with the rat.
Yep, I'll just say Rat Sass. Rat Sass. Rat Sass.
Yeah, I watch all those kind of videos and see slides about all the healing properties of what people now call weeds were actually beneficial, and Native Americans, used all these.
My book is next to you. I think my Native American book is right next to you.
It is.
Aren't my books over there?
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure my Native American herb book is one of them over there.
So,
Herbal Bible.
I'm trying to hold it so there's not so much of a glare.
That's good.
Kaylee Young, Native American Herbal Bible, 11 books in one.
And I mean, they're not weeds. That's why I have wildflowers all over my backyard. People think they're weeds. They pull them up and they don't want them in their flower garden. They just think they're weeds, but then in the fall, they bloom just beautifully.
So you have plants in your yard that are antibiotic. You have plants in your yard that are painkillers, just like morphine or as strong as morphine. You have
Aspirin.
You have plants like Jane just said that can be as equivalent to aspirin. You have ointments for infections that you can make out of plants. You have, if you cut yourself and you're bleeding, there's plants that will clot your blood and stop you from bleeding. There's also spices that you have in your cooking in your kitchen that can clot blood and do the same thing.
And some's for diarrhea, stomach, heartburn. It's out there for healing. And there's a website that I used to use. I'm pretty sure it's called A to Z Herbs or something like that. And it just has every single herb out there in alphabetical order and tells you the properties behind them and what they're good for.
And she wants you to dry some nettle for me.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll look into that and see what we can come up with for you. That's how we got our elderberries too. We went out countryside and started harvesting elderberries, and we got some given. I don't know. Some of them were given to us, and other ones just naturally happened when we first got our plants going. And so a lot of this stuff you can just go out and get out of the countryside and transplant it. I mean, we got wildflowers from my uncle's farm.
And I've got plenty of elderberries that I didn't even harvest them this year. I gave them to the chickens and goats and the birds.
We have fried up dandelion flowers and they taste as close to a duplicate to like morel mushrooms, and also the dandelion root. You can make lots of stuff out of the dandelion root that is beneficial for you.
Yep, the root has different properties than the dandelion flower. Cone flowers or echinacea flowers is very good for your immunity.
So the dandelion, we picked, obviously you don't want the stem because the stem has the fluid in it, and not everybody can handle the white sappy stuff that's inside the stem of the dandelion when it grows. But we always peeled off the greenery, the little green leaves or whatever around the yellow part of the dandelion, and we fried up just the head, the yellow part. and you can do it just like you prepare your own mushrooms. You know, you can egg them and flour them and fry them up in a skillet.
And plantain is very healing. Smoking mullein is very good for asthma and lung issues.
There are edible flowers that you can eat, and we've done that. We've used grape leaves for wraps, but you got it. They're better when they're young, when they're first off the vine, instead of been sitting out for a while, like the whole summer.
Well, instead of BLTs, I have BKTs. I go out there and pick the fresh little kale leaves.
All right, Mexico's going to have a part 2.
Oh, more fake aliens? Paper mache aliens?
Yep, the stems are awful. You don't really want to cook the dandelion stems, and some people can get really sick from like I said, the sap or the white sap from the stem. Just like pokeberry, you're supposed to steep the pokeberry like 3 or 4 times before your stomach or your body can handle, because it's actually poisonous, and all you're doing is trying to get rid of the poisonous. So you got to keep changing the water and getting fresh water and steep them again, and you got to do that 3 or 4 times. Same thing with black mushrooms, morels, the fake morels. You gotta cook them just right, or you can get sick, or maybe end up in an ER visit.
Very good. Jessica S. showed up.
What? Did I miss
Jessica
her?
S. We were just talking about her and Susie B and Jessica S.
Oh.
Welcome.
Hi, Jessica. Yeah, we were just talking about you. We had Susie B in here. I don't know if she left or she's still in here. We're talking about how everybody's chat names are fun and like to say them, and we said Jessica S.
Jessica S. And Susie B. We have Maggie, Freaky. We got 9 people in here. Some people probably fell asleep and was lurking and fell asleep. I need some plants to heal my legs.
Yeah, you can make tinctures, or you can make topical creams out of plants. You know, whether you're trying to get rid of pain or arthritis or whatever. I mean, there's even stuff for varicose veins, I believe.
What exactly is wrong with your legs, Derek? I know you've been asking for healing and asked about singing bowls and things like that. I know singing bowls help with all kinds of things. It depends on what your issue is. I read somewhere you can use nettle.
Oh, I'm sorry, did I get rid of it too fast?
Nettle.
Yeah, I mean, just like hemp plants, and I mean, there's all kinds of plants out there that you can use for weaving or making clothing, or I mean, there's just multiple uses. That's why the Native Americans were so good at resources where they lived, and then they migrated and they went to a whole new area where they had specific plants and stuff that they used there, and they'd take, you know, the dried plants or the salves or the oils that they made from during the summer when they were in that area, and took them with them to the winter. And I mean, they were just very good at foraging and using stuff like that.
Well, look at all the hemp lotion and hemp oils and hemp cream that they're using now. You know, even edibles, you know, people are smoking, and it is an herb. It's not a weed. I wish they wouldn't call it weed. But, you know, I know old people that they smoke it or do edibles for seizures, glaucoma, fibromyalgia pain. I mean, it just helps with people with sleep. So that, once again, you know, even with catnip, you know, there is benefits even with catnip, and people go, what, really? So I mean, they're not really weeds. They are healing plants.
You know, mulleins like that.
Yeah, mullein. You smoke mullein for asthma and for breathing.
But just like dandelion tea, you know, like Freaky's saying, I mean, it's like any medicine. They usually introduce it to you slowly so your body can absorb it and get used to it. Because if you anything brand new that you introduce to your body, it's going to want to reject it and try to get it out one way or another, whether it's vomiting or make you sick to your stomach or diarrhea. So if you just do a little bit at a time and build up your tolerance, just like humans were never meant to drink cow's milk.
Mm-hmm.
Most babies, when they're first born, that's why they spit up so much, because our bodies are not meant to have that foreign substance in us, and we try to make substitutes for mother's milk or whatever, you know. So basically, we're conditioning our body to accept a foreign substance. It's the same thing with medicine, same thing with alcohols or any kind of drink or food. A lot of people have allergic reactions to food, but a lot of times it just takes a little bit at a time and you start building up your tolerance for that.
Red raspberry leaf is good for females. Yeah, echinacea. I save the flowers and the leaves, add it to my elderberry syrup for winter time, because echinacea or cone flowers, whatever you want to call them, has very, very high for immunity. I put echinacea and rose hips and onion, and there's all kinds of cool stuff you put in it.
I mean, there's lots of videos online, but just be careful, you know, because a lot of people put fake videos up there to try to get you to try weird stuff that's not really beneficial to you. But there's a lot of good sites out there, and people you'll know if you watch them. You know, there's herbalists and naturalists, and
If they're still alive.
yeah, that seems to be happening a lot too.
Well, that was about 10 years ago. There's like 20, 30 well-known herbalists that kind of went, goodbye.
I'm so far behind in chat again. So sorry if I've missed anybody or
And Jessica's hissing again. Man, I changed smoking these late night shows. Good night, Freaky. Freaky's leaving us?
yeah, I must have,
Oh,
like I said, I kind of skipped ahead trying to get caught up and
no, it's almost 3:30 there. Good night, Freaky. We love you. I'm not sure where that.
then as you grow older, there's certain things that you used to eat that you can't tolerate any longer. So sometimes it happens in reverse too. Or you quit eating stuff for a long time and then remember it and go back to it and then have a bad reaction. All right, where are we at on our oops, I gotta get rid of the last comment first so we can have a full view.
Ooh.
23% of children under the age of 13 have had experiences auditory illusions, meaning they've heard voices. And we've said that a lot where kids growing up, you know, whether from babies all the way to adolescence into childhood, that where they are open and haven't experienced the world or like we have, or we start closing off our gifts or say, you know, when kids have an imaginary friend, well, a lot of times they're not imaginary friends, man. They're able to pick up or see or pierce that veil and be able to see ghosts or spirits or hear them or Then as we get older, we start to tune that out or start losing that ability because we don't believe in it no more. Or people tell us, that you're crazy or whatever reason you just stop when you start getting into adulthood and the world starts taking over and you start getting busy and
Bye, Maggie, if you're still in chat. Hope you have a great day. Enjoy your dinner.
did she leave us?
Yeah, she's making dinner. Still got 11 in here. We're missing Duke. Where is he?
I don't know. Duke didn't pop in tonight.
Duke.
There's Susie B. We're talking about Susie B. Then we started talking about the name chat name Jessica S. And both of them are in here now.
And that is, I can't read that. Something white. Just saying hello.
Desiree White. Thanks for coming, Desiree.
Well, thank you. Yes, and Zero Sounds is my channel that I do my music videos. Well, thank you. Thank you for saying hi in chat.
Oh, check out our messenger.
Check our messages. Both of us.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Got too much of a glare.
Yep.
There. That's my rock. Oh my gosh, Susie B.
That is awesome.
Oh. Wow. Oh my gosh.
You're so talented. We those are awesome. We love them. Can't wait to get them.
Wow. Susie B, that's amazing.
I'll have to download those so I can show them better.
I can't type in the dark.
You're typing in the dark?
I hear tap, 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 tap. Oops.
Hi, Flat Rock.
Hey, Flat Rock.
Thanks for coming in.
Hold on, I'll be back in chat here in a second.
Oh, we want to thank you, Susie. Thank you for doing that for us. Download that picture. Save that picture and send it to Midwest Night Watchers.
Now?
Yeah.
I'll just share it to you. All right, I sent it to you through Messenger.
So Flat Rock came in and...
Yeah, let me get out of there. Let me get back in chat. Sorry, everybody. Susie B, you're amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ah, beautiful. She never left. She's been there. She's been lurking.
She's been lurking.
Been lurking. I'm trying to read this. I saw the cutest short video on YouTube. A little toddler talking to her grandpa. Aww. So nothing's going on behind me tonight. Come on. It's 2:30 in the morning.
All right.
Come on, Woo Feathers. Come on, Woo Feathers.
Yeah, so far nobody's said anything or seen anything.
Woo!
I saw that she was standing in the doorway. Did I miss something?
Who's standing in the doorway? Oh, maybe the video of the little girl talking to her grandpa.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hi, Gemini. Thanks for
Hi,
coming.
Gemini. Good morning. It's 2:35 in the morning here.
Yeah, a little girl talking to her grandpa.
This just means nobody sleeps anymore. There's a lot of people that just aren't requiring a lot of sleep, or they just can't fall asleep. Is that our frequency and energy raising so much that we just can't go to sleep?
Well, I guess that's what we're here for.
So, Gemini, where are you at? Eastern time, Central time, Mountain time,
UK.
UK, Australia,
We get them all.
Canada? I just sleep is a bad habit. Yeah, sleep's a bad habit. Gerald falls asleep right away. I got the dog and him just sound asleep. It takes me a couple hours. And then I sleep till noon, wake up, watch Rob on his brunch tomorrow if I get up in time. Spend a little time with you, and then you take off for work. For now, anyway.
Yeah.
Hopefully, a few more weeks we'll have some changes. We might be on air more often. Gemini is in Michigan, Eastern time. Well, she's not too far from us. What are you trying to find? Oh, you're downloading pictures?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if I can do it or not. I haven't really experimented very much with this.
Well, we're still learning the new setup.
$3:30. So she's an hour difference from us.
Yep. Yeah, Michigan is Eastern.
You probably already said that while I was messing around with this.
Well, Indiana, just a few hours away, is Eastern time for us. Because Illinois is right next to Indiana, close to Michigan. It's early for Susie B. Yeah, it's early for Brown Dwarf. Where is he? Maybe we'll start calling their names and they'll hear us telepathically and come in chat. Brown Dwarf. Brown Dwarf. Brown Dwarf, wake up. Show up in chat. Yeah, I kind of enjoy just staying up late, not having to get up and just wake up whenever.
Okay.
Oof. Oh my gosh.
That's stunning. That's beautiful.
Susie B, that is amazing. Oh my gosh. And if nobody knows, I have been a wolf lover pretty much my whole life. My maiden name is Wolf.
And then I love
Oh.
owls. I really think that's my spirit guide or my spirit animal is an owl. I've had dreams about them, and my whole life I've experienced owls in the wild. And my brother had a stuffed owl growing up, and I kind of took it over growing up in the house after he left. And
Oh my gosh. Beautiful talent. The eyes just look like they're,
it looks like a galaxy, like a
well, it's like they're like a light bulb. It's like they're illuminating. Well, I'm trying to think of the word. It looks like it's glowing. It's,
yeah. I love the colors.
no, I can't wait. Oh my gosh. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure if wolf is my spirit animal or if it's just because it's my maiden name and I just always have loved wolves. You're a
Let's
beautiful creature.
see. I'm behind again.
The only time I was a morning person was I had to get up and get kids off to school.
So usually when I get up, I'll go to bed at 1 usually in the morning, and I'll wake up sometimes at 5 or 6 or 7, and then I'll just stay up.
And then you fall asleep in the
But
chair on and off.
well, today, matter of fact, I got up or was wide awake, but then I laid there for an hour or so till I finally fell back asleep. I didn't get up till 11.
Yeah, you
Usually I
slept
get
in
up
this
at
morning.
9 just regularly.
I woke up and I went, what's my husband still doing in bed? They're usually gone.
Oh, yeah, night definitely Susie's a night owl.
Mm-hmm. I just can't get my mind to shut up. I just keep thinking and thinking, or I get downloads, or I just feel like something's selling me things. And yeah, when you retire here, hopefully very, very soon, maybe we gotta do some more, not just Wednesday night. We'll do some more late nights. Seems like there's a lot of people up this time of night.
Stargazers, yeah. That would be a good name for a show, Stargazers.
Oh. Yeah, here pretty soon it might get too cold. Well, here this past week, it's been cloudy and raining on and off for the last, 7 days? I barely have seen any stars.
Yeah, Susie, everybody in chat's loving them. They look awesome. A penguin.
Penguin.
My spirit animal is a human. A rat saying his spirit animal is a human.
I don't know if I'd want a human for a spirit animal. They're
Yeah,
mean. Stay away from humans.
either that or a chicken.
Mhm.
Maybe an
Hey,
emu. An emu is a flightless bird.
I love my chickens. My little dinosaurs. Rats. Just don't trust humans. Stay away from humans.
All right, let's see. I
Stargazers.
don't remember where I was.
That's what we can call our people in chat. Our stargazers.
I think we were there. There. I'm not sure what the name is, but the Sedlic ossuary is partially constructed out of 70,000 skeletons. That's skeletons, not bones. So that's whole bodies. 70,000 skeletons.
Ew.
I tell you, people back in the day, back in history did not respect the dead.
That's just what's wrong with people.
So medical error accounts for about 250,000 premature deaths in the United States every year. That's the third leading cause of death in this country.
That mean you can't trust doctors.
Well, that's why they have medical insurance. Because they know it happens. Whether out of negligence or just accidental.
Well, the guy in the bed kind of looks dumb.
Yeah, he don't look very good, does he?
Yeah, looks a little numb and dumb.
Looks like a Mexican alien. So when they keep trying to tell you all this junk about all the deaths that are happening, just think through medical surgery operations or mishaps, there's 250,000 a year.
That's
So
why
you have to take that in consideration, automobiles, just everything in life, smoking, disease, heart disease, whatever. I mean, then you got medical is number 3, 250,000 a year. He does look like an alien.
Well, there's some humans walking around that looks like they got plastic on their face.
And that's another thing that's, we keep talking about stuff like that, all the people on fentanyl and, the zombie drug where they're just in these cities just looking like zombies, not even participating in the world, or they're oblivious to what's going on around them. I mean, they do literally look like zombies. The way they walk, the way they act, it's crazy. And there's just bunches of them in these cities because they get hooked on these drugs.
Well, we were watching that one YouTube the other night, and there was a street cam in the homeless area, and yeah, they were just kind of walking around in a daze and just acting not human.
I mean, we had that for a while with bath salts, where we had almost zombie-like people that one guy got caught on it under that underpass in Florida eating somebody's face off. They killed him and was eating their face when they got caught.
I'll just stick with my cigars.
Or
crazy old lady smoking cigars.
Or people eating honey till they die and then you consume them. But now the I don't know how it's going to turn out, but the Biden administration and the governors in some of these states now want to move the illegal immigrants into national parks and set up tent cities in our national parks.
National parks?
Yep, because they don't want them in their cities, so they're going to move them out into the national parks or state parks or wherever. I think national parks because they want the federal government to be responsible for them.
So they can be food for Sasquatch and Dogmen?
Yeah, can you imagine setting up a tent city in Yellowstone with bison and
buffet
and the bears and the wolves, let alone the big cats?
We all had all kinds of feral people now. Oh my goodness.
And then and I don't know if they're talking about Yellowstone. I just said that, but how is a tent going to hold up during the winter in a harsh environment out west in the national parks?
That is just so weird. Wow. And it's like giving
Yeah,
them
Bigfoot's not going to be happy.
free food.
Dog Man, Mothman, Frog Man,
Little people.
little people. Oh, little people will have fun with them.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a Thunderbird or a dragon will show up and start carrying some of them away, start taking off their tents.
Maybe they made a deal with them that if they supply them with a certain amount of people, they'll leave us alone.
So you'll probably see more sections of our national parks closed off where we can't go to because that becomes a settlement.
Huh. Should we sell all of our stuff and move to the national parks and kind of living off the grid?
I wouldn't want to. I mean, I would want to live off by myself somewhere, but or a small community of people that I know, or not in that group. I mean, a lot of them are a rough crowd. You know, they're criminals mixed in. Not that there's not criminals mixed in our society now that we live with, but that's a more isolated, and I can't imagine it.
Nothing surprises me these days.
Yeah, I heard people talking about that movie, No One Will Save You. Some
Huh.
people say they like it, and other people say they don't.
And we got Hulu, don't we?
Not at
Are
this
we
time.
Are we used to?
Yeah,
Oh, she got rid of it.
but I can still find it.
Yeah, use them for experiments and send microwaves in that
Yeah,
area. And
how are we going to know if they move them off in these camps that they're really all going to these camps? Maybe they're going to Plum Island or secret government bases, or who knows what's going to happen to them. Maybe that's the whole reason why they opened up the borders, to get them to come in there so they can do other things, since they're illegal immigrants and they basically really don't have any rights.
Still wish we can get our neighbor's house and have a Skywatch B&B and have people camp out in the backyard and Skywash and fellowship and have fun.
High Strangeness B&B.
High Strangeness B&B. And hopefully this cornfield will come down here in the next couple days. There's no rain in the forecast, and
so we'll end up spending money, whether it's to support these little tent cities and take care of them and give them medical and feed them and clothe them, and we'll be paying more taxes and giving out more money from the government to take care of these people, which is sad. I mean, I don't have a problem with anybody coming to our country the right and legal way, but not 10,000 undocumented people every day is crossing the southern border. 10,000 every day is crossing. I think last count I saw, we were getting close to 4 million. 4 million people have entered the U.S. and they don't have any idea who they are or where they're at.
nothing surprises me these days. You get to the point of actually laughing at things like, now what?
I don't know. The High Strangeness B&B might happen someday. Who knows?
Oh, we've been trying to talk to that crazy lady.
Or actually, if we just fix up the rooms we have now, get them back to bedrooms instead of my showroom, your sewing room, your music room. We could have 4 or 5 people staying with us at a time.
There was the point this lady got married 7 years ago. She lives in his house 20 minutes away, but she won't sell her house, and she comes here every 2 weeks and mows, or she hangs out in her backyard and weeds. And we've offered to buy it, and she looked at me like, "Are you crazy?" So it's just kind of is sitting there. And it would be a perfect spot for a B&B and where people want to come camp out, and with our amazing view that we have. I have goat therapy, chicken therapy, rabid roosters.
And in some places, they're still trying to make them take the fences down. But at least some of the governors on the border aren't willing to do that.
Well, there's agendas. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Jessica.
Well, I am almost ready for my next hand pan video. I've been working on a new rhythm, and I'm almost down. And I really like this rhythm that I came up with. So thank you very much.
Good night. Thanks for coming.
I appreciate that. So yeah, I got to get that hand pan video done so I can work on some more. Christmas is coming up soon. I'm going to think about some Christmas songs.
I mean, we're just getting so busy.
Oh, I know.
Between UFO footage or night watch footage to go through, and your sound videos to go through, and now we got to download audio to upload KPNL, the radio station, and
we mod about 20 different channels, so I'm busy modding. I've got another channel that I haven't
working a full job and trying to help out do all that stuff, and
I've got another channel I haven't uploaded for probably 3 years on that one. Kind of gave up on that poor channel. I just do Chiro and Midwest. And take care of a farm and a house and cats, dogs, chickens, goats.
And we might start another channel, possibly, narrating and reading books or reading stories. I don't know how well that'll go over, but
I still say you got a good voice for that.
Well, I don't know. I just, it's like when you hear your own voice, you don't necessarily like it, but I don't know.
I just feel like you narrate good and you read well.
Nobody's necessarily told me I have a bad voice, but then again, they've never told me I've had a great voice either. So I don't know.
Oh, Derek's going to bed too. Good night, Derek. Thank you, Jessica S. And thank you for subscribing.
Did Derek say he was going to bed? I thought he was just saying goodnight to Jessica and she's saying goodnight to him. I don't know.
Oh, Derek says not me. He's still here. Yay, we still got Derek. Still got 10 in chat. You got some lurkers or people fell asleep?
Man, it's almost 3 a.m.
I'll keep on going.
I'm trying to remember where we were. We did that one.
That was creepy.
I gotta hide that for a second.
Get rid of your, yeah. That one's creepy.
There are probably as many as 2,000 serial killers who have never been caught and are just living out their creepy little lives.
Ew.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine people are murdering people and they're ditching their bodies or hiding them in crawl spaces or dumping them wherever they can, and they never get caught, and they're not doing it just one time until they put a pattern together and figure it out. So that's very much possible that there's 2,000 serial killers out there that's never been caught.
Bedtime stories for sleepless. Something I can't read that without my glasses.
So the real Madame Tussauds was spared from the guillotine and then employed to fetch its famous victims' heads and create death masks.
Ew. Face peelers.
Now I'm wondering, is that the same one you see in I think it's France or in the UK anyway, the Wax Museum, how that started, where she started making death masks, and then she went to full figures, and they made the museum where they have the famous wax duplicates of all the celebrities and kings and queens and
People are getting weird.
right?
I guess they've been weird. I guess it's been going on for thousands of years. Everybody's making channel names for us.
They're making channel names now, like what?
Bedtime Woo Stories.
Oh,
Rat's Ass had one.
he did.
Sleepless something.
Varmints.
Varmints, yeah,
Varmints.
sleepless varmints.
Yeah, there is so many unsolved cases. It's I mean, this you get out west. I mean, actually any state has areas where there's wide open areas or forest or preserves or whatever. And I mean, we've had close to us, we had starved rock murders. I mean,
We just had a murder, 10 minutes away from us last week. Yeah. Some kid killed his uncle because his uncle was beating him.
Oh yeah, that should help you for sleep.
I can't tell the difference between those two.
I know wax. Some of those wax. I don't know what you want to call them. Wax figures of the celebrities and people in history. Some of them are actually really creepy looking, and they don't really. Some of them are really really good, and other ones are like, oh, I don't know. Yep. I mean, they've cold cases. They've came a long way in DNA testing and have been able to reopen cases and solve them. But some of the killers have passed away though, so they couldn't never be prosecuted. But some of them are still out there.
Waiting for my woo feathers.
You're waiting for your woo feathers?
Yeah. I mean, I
Oh, I
see.
think I have one more. We went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 of these slides. This is the weirdest one, I thought. Harvard has a book bound in human skin.
Ew.
The doctor who had Destinies de l'Âme bound said a book about a human soul deserved to have a human covering. Now, this isn't the first time that I've heard about books being bound in skin, or at least animal skin, leather. They had leather-backed books.
Oh, yeah, but human?
But I mean, a tanned human skin it turns leather. I don't know. I've heard of other books being bound in leather or skin too, not just this one. But they still have that book. That book is still there. They still have it at Harvard.
Wow.
So there you go.
That's
a bunch of creepy facts.
That's creepy. That is creepy. People are creepy. I can't watch Unsolved on YouTube too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not only does it creep you out, but then it makes you sad when you think about it. Oh yeah, you could. Sometimes you do feel looking at pictures or like this, the wax figures. You just get creeped out just looking at them.
Using human skin.
I remember Buffalo Bob on what was that? Silence of the Lambs would take human skin and put it over top of him, you know, make his arm sleeves and face masks, and there's some weird people out there.
People thought we were weird. I know we're strange, but hey, we got 10 people 10 people watching you and I being
10
strange, and
people.
they
Who
must
knows
enjoy.
how many came in, lurked, and left, or still lurking, or
They enjoy our weirdness.
I guess I don't know what's going on.
We're just being ourselves, trying to make people happy, send love and positive vibes.
So if we start reading stories, we don't know if they'll be necessarily creepy or UFO or cryptid. It might be, I don't know. I was thinking of Grimm's fairy tales or just books like that, or just reading stories like those slides, just compiling a bunch of stories, or if people have experiences or want to share their UFO stories, write it up and send it to us at midwestnightwatchers@gmail.com, and we'll read them, or we'll make it part of the series that we narrate. So if you or you know anybody that has experiences and they'd like to send them in, please do. We'd love to read them, and we'll keep you anonymous if you don't want your name tagged to them, or if you don't mind, and we'll give you full credit on whose stories these are, especially if it's a personal experience and you don't mind sharing. Or if you hear of, I don't know, legends and lore or whatever, you know, send those to us too, so we can expand our knowledge or our folklore knowledge anyway, and we'll put up stories like that. What are you laughing at?
Rat's ass. They keep washing the gun and stuff, and I'm trying to look for glitching, and a lot of times when you see something like glitchy back there.
Ed Gein. That's the name, the guy from Wisconsin. Well, the one guy, I don't know if it's the same one, but there was a one that, no, I think it was Canada, or on the border to Canada. I can't remember, where he actually killed people and fed them to the pigs, so they didn't have any proof. But they finally caught him. Love your strangeness.
We're
Well, we're a happy, fun-loving strange, I guess. I don't know.
We've got peculiar personalities, strange sense of humor. Yeah, that's what I was.
Did you tell them all about that picture?
Yeah.
About where it came from and everything already?
Yeah. Have you gone to our channel and clicked videos? I got our woo feathers that are uploaded that come out of the gun or the quilt or between the gun and go up to the clock. And that's not even all of them. We just uploaded, I think, 6 or 7 of the favorite ones. Still got to do last week's. I still saw something behind you and buzzed across my steel drum back there.
So that was supposed to be a picture of a Peacemaker, or I think it's a Peacemaker, the Old West gun,
Oh, this pistol?
the pistol.
Yeah, it's a
Hanging,
Prince.
the painting is like it's hanging on a wall or something in a house or in a saloon, and for whatever reason, that's the area that ends up being where it starts glitching out a little bit by the gun. And
Or the quilts, or I mean, it's we had quite a few little round little white things come out of the two quilts also. I don't know. The shoes. Ew.
yeah, the victim's
Ew.
shoes.
I just don't understand people's mindsets. Oh, thank you, Derek.
We decided from the very beginning that this was just going to be me and Jane talking to everybody in chat,
Mm-hmm.
whether we tell stories or bring up experiences, but
Just hanging out.
we're really thought missing in a lot of people's shows is that they don't concentrate on the people in chat.
Mm-hmm.
And we really wanted to make this a community where people feel at home, like we're just sitting across the table from each other. And that's what we do on our Sunday shows too. But we do have guests and we pay attention to the guests, but it's still like a family member or friend pops over for coffee and you're sitting around just talking, and chewing the fat and
Chewing the fat.
chewing the fat. So that's what we want to keep this Wednesday night show, Night Owl Lounge, or if we expand it to other nights, we still want to keep it to no guests, or maybe some night, the people that are in our chat all the time, if they want to pop on, maybe we'll bring one of you guys on to tell a story or just talk. But we're not going to have like we do on Sunday nights where we have Bigfoot Michigan Rob or Tex or Jim Goodall or Long Island Bigfoot, or people that have books or authors or shows or whatever. But the Night Owl Lounge is for you guys. It's a chat night, but we're not opposed to bringing one of you guys on. Since you're in the chat every night and it's part of this community, but we're not going to bring in a special guest on the Night Owl Lounge. I highly ever doubt that'll happen.
Unless they're from Australia, UK, and this morning for them.
Somebody like that fits the chat.
No, this is when we can hang out with you guys and just talk and say hi to everybody and answer questions. And, like I said, if we get things worked out here and get Mr. Midwest here to retire before winter and not have an hour drive through the country roads. And
I'm thinking
we can do
when
October.
I planned on my birthday in November. I'll be 60. I wanted to retire by then, or we're hoping that'll happen, but I'm really thinking I'm going to push it up to October if we can make it happen.
That's
only a couple weeks, a week away. It will be a few days away. We'll be in October.
So yeah, we'll do some more late nights, possibly. And William's still having technical issues. He thought it was the modem. Now he thinks it might be the computer. We don't know.
Well, we had a couple shows.
Yeah, had a couple.
Me and Dennis, stayed on, and William dealt with his end, whether he was glitchy or audio or video, we made it through it, and we were going to continue it, but then William started to feel under the weather, so that's why we didn't have the last.
Yeah, Saturday. Show. Yeah, Saturday was up and running, but Sunday not. But he's got Saturday and Sunday scheduled for this weekend. We're not sure. I think Friday night schedule too. So
so we'll have that. We'll still do Saturday, Sunday with William and Dennis, and as long as he keeps it going and his equipment lasts. And
So yeah, it's either his modem or computer or something. Yeah, he's still having issues. It might even be his camera. We don't know.
So we've kind of thought about that idea too, where we get our two chairs together, like we're sitting in the living room right next to each other, and a coffee table and lamp between us, and having coffee at night, and
Dog and cats.
dog and cats, whatever. And
No, I was thinking about doing upstairs tonight, but I wanted to
thank
see
you,
if anything
Gemini.
happened.
I hope it. It's going to happen. I just don't know exactly the date or anything yet, but it's coming.
So we're trying to work it out.
So yeah, I don't know. We'll definitely add more shows. Like I said, we want to possibly do the narrating or telling of stories, and whether it actually has us or me, or videos of the actual story going on, or just me with a slideshow going on, or I don't know.
Crystal J woke up.
Yay,
Crystal J woke up. All right, I can't see all that. I see a heart. Mullen tea. I haven't tried Mullen tea. I've been smoking Mullen.
You can't see all of what? Oh, because of the heart.
Oh, that little red heart.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been smoking Mullen, and that seems like it's been helping my asthma. I don't do an inhaler. I don't like medicine. I don't like doctors. So I deal, and plus I've got, let's see, probably allergies and asthma, and who knows. Plus I smoke cigars. But yeah, smoking Mullen actually does help with lungs, but I've never tried Mullen tea. I do
So
have Mullen
I don't
tinctures.
wanna,
I have Mullen in a tincture.
I don't want to necessarily do a show every night,
No, not every night. Because
but we definitely want to add. I passed out. I definitely want to add more shows, and maybe some of them will be midnight shows, and maybe some of them will be evening shows.
Oh, I like to work on my Big Dipper series, since I have tons and tons and tons of videos from the beginning until it pretty much ended, and I've got clouds, and make a documentary or something, and we do a premiere and show it, and everybody can be in chat. We'd be in chat with everyone. Tim Senor and Dave Scott were talking about new show.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that Netflix advertised about
Oh,
Encounters, a 4-part documentary where they
Yeah,
show
they got
videos and new evidence, supposedly. I don't know if it's from whistleblowers or what.
I'm too busy on YouTube. I don't have time for Netflix or anything else. It just seems like I'm modding for so many people, or I'm watching shows for my own learning, or I'm outside in the backyard.
Oh, we'll take time for ourselves. We'll have if I'm not working, we'll have lots of time together, let alone doing the shows.
Well, we're also thinking he's retires, we can do some not really live investigating, but actually boots on the ground investigating, and do some hiking. And there's some places in our area that Gerald and I can go to. I don't like going alone, and he's working second shift. I can't sleep until 5 or 6, so I sleep till noon. He's gone at 1 o'clock. He gets home at midnight. Weekends, that's our weekends. That's, we're, busy. So yeah, we want to go out and do some more hiking, and there will be some more videos we can upload. But no, we're not going to have him work until he's 70. We're going to try to get him to retire early and enjoy life and enjoy retirement. You don't work until 70 and then die 2-3 years later.
Well, that's just it. Nobody knows.
I know.
When their time's up, you could be 58. You could.
Wow.
I mean, it's so sad because I'll go into work and I'll see people's pictures of people that work there. They'll have a little a little picture and flowers for them after they passed away. And a lot of them, have only been retired a year or some of them months,
Right.
and they pass away right after they retire. So you don't know how much time you're given, or, you don't want to plan on working until 63, 65. And now for me, they're saying my full-time retirement is 70.
That's crazy. We're going to try to
I never
enjoy
really
it.
planned on working past 63 anyway. I didn't really want to. That was a goal to go to 63. But if we can afford to get out early, I want to get out early and start doing some stuff.
And spend time with me? You
With
mean you
you?
love me?
What?
What? You love me?
I love that video. I still think of that same video of that little girl where the
Yep.
mom says, "I love you." And the little girl says, "What? You love me?
You love me?
Guess what, Mom? I'm gonna kick your ass." I love that. I love that little girl's voice.
You love me?
Yeah, I take pictures every once in a while at night of the moon or whatever while I'm on my breaks, or try to look up to see if anything's out there moving. But at the factory that I'm at, you got the parking lot lights, and it's hard to get a good picture sometimes.
But it sucked when they put you on third shift twice. Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah, Jane's already told me how busy she's going to keep me.
Oh, we got a barn to clean out. We got trees to trim.
Movies to watch.
I'm getting too old to do some of this stuff. I need some help. I'm almost 62. Come on.
All right. Retired at 62 and very happy he did. He turned 70 in October too. Nice.
Yep. Well, we just knew that we had to wait till 59 and a half. Well, we kind of extended it. We're getting closer to 60, but we're going to go ahead and make it happen.
I didn't like thirds. I like seconds. I really like seconds because I don't have to get up early if I don't want to. And I naturally just wake up at like 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, somewhere in there.
Yeah, and you could be at work and still be in chats and
then-
YouTube.
And then like now we can be up till 3 in the morning if we choose to be, and I can still get my sleep in before work. Hey,
Well, hi.
Alabama Cryptids, thanks for coming.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, maybe you just woke up.
Good morning. Good morning.
Oh, Susie,
Ah.
love you.
Susie B's going to bed.
Good
We love you,
night.
Susie.
Thank you again for the rocks. Can't
Yep.
wait to see them. I guess we already saw them, but can't wait to hold them.
We'll give it another 5 minutes or so and better call it ourselves. I'm not gonna be able to get to sleep till 6.
Yeah, you'll be up with the birdies. Still
But
awake.
it just wires me up.
Yeah, we have that. They started that at my work too, where it's called alternative work schedule, where you can work Friday, Saturday, Sunday and get paid. They work 12-hour shifts, but they get paid for 40 for the 3 days.
Days. Wow.
And you can have days, or you have days. Obviously, since they're working 12 hours, you have either days going into evening, then the evening into morning. So you can pick whichever shift you want. And you work the 3 days and get paid for 40 hours. And they can come in on Mondays and Tuesdays, I believe, for their overtime. So they can get overtime also if they want. Oops, I think insomnia. Yeah, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
To pass the night and talk to people. And
I'm
Anybody
usually
that wakes up or stays up for us, or whether it's their morning or late night,
that's
it's
where
late night for us.
we usually have tons of people in chat this late.
Yep,
Mhm.
I watched North Alabama Cryptid on Texas the other day. We usually always watch Tex. Anybody that was from Texas Front Porch, we usually watch all their shows. Whether it was Jessica, the Cryptid Hundress, who used to be with Tex, and then Jason questions everything. Donnie Chose talk stuff. We didn't mention last time when we were talking about this, but Diva Dimensions.
Mhm.
So Danielle Diva has a show with Tex, and she has her own show on Texas's platform. And Bigfoot Michigan Rob and Texas has his show, and
There are just so many. We're
Blondes and
subscribed.
Blues is associated with Texas Front Porch, and
We're subscribed to so
we're
many.
associated with doing shows with William and Dennis Carroll, and then can't forget Terrence B. We're doing shows now, panel show of Terrence B. and
Mr. B.
Mr. B. And he has several guests on there all the time. They kind of rotate in and out when they can show up, whether it's Jim Goodall or Robert Bowen or I can't remember how to pronounce his first name. Solar B.
Bishop Jason McLean.
That was a funny show.
I laughed so much. Pope Donnie. I called him Pope Donald.
Pope Donald.
Pope Donald. Church of Dogman.
So Jason got oriented into Donnie's Church of Dogman tonight.
Jason refused.
Oh, did he refuse?
No, he said it was a cult.
I need to go back and watch the replay.
It is hilarious. Buddy Rob is a good podcast. Typical skeptical. I've heard of that too. Yeah, there are just so many out there.
So then we might be going on Long Island Bigfoot. He was in here in the chat tonight, and we might pop on his show coming up, and we got other shows to do, and we got our let's see.
I can't read all that. Man, that sucks getting old and you can't see.
We got our panel show coming up with everybody from Texas Front Porch, Bigfoot Michigan Rob, Jason questions everything, Blondes and Booze, and Danielle Diva is going to be on there. And so right now we have like eight people. We might have a couple more coming on. So that's October 14th, which is a Saturday at 7 p.m. Central. So we're going to be talking about Dogman and Armageddon is going to be the subject.
Good night, Spiritual Odyssey.
Thanks for coming. Love you.
Be chatting with you in Messenger.
Let's see. Crystal
Well,
J.
there's sometimes there's
every 3 hours. Well, thank you for doing that and taking care of somebody.
Yep.
I have heard of Alaska Hairy Men, or the hairy man that was in the fishing camp, or used to be a refinery up in Alaska where they had the wild hairy man, but I have not watched Fred Roll.
Never heard of him.
Mikey still owes you a New York style pizza.
New York style pizza.
It's
Mm.
got to have the right under crust, the carriage, and you got to be able to fold it between your fingers and be able to eat it that way.
Pizza sounds good right now.
If you watch One Bite review,
He's Guinness and Galloway's. Hey, small world. Maybe you guys are related.
yeah, we have so many shows that we watch, we can't keep up with them anymore.
Tonight
Or
there's 3. I mean, they're on at the exact same time. There's one on the phone, there's one on my tablet, there's one on my old tablet. I got to go in and say hi, or I'm modding for so many.
Well, tell her thank you, Derek. We appreciate the people in the medical field and people that are caregivers and take care of people and their needs. And we've had that in our families. And people I helped out going over to my uncle's to help my cousin, their daughter, which was a nurse. Well, actually, everybody in that family was nurses or RNs at one time or another. But I would, at the time, I wasn't working. I don't know if I was laid off or what the deal was. I can't remember now. But I would go over there and help her change the sheets by helping roll over my uncle and move him up and down on the bed, depending on where he was laying at that particular time when I went over there. And I think we did that like 3 or 4 times a day. I can't remember now. I know one of them was really a couple times was late at night because I was just getting either home from work or.
It must have been in between your jobs when you got laid off.
Yeah, I don't remember now. Yeah, I think it was in between.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very happy to go over there and help, with my uncle.
Now we're talking about pizza.
Pizza? I want pizza.
Oh, pizza sounds good. Oh, Chicago pizza.
Chicago.
Mmm.
Now our little, we're 3 hours away basically from Chicago. But our little pizza place makes an awful good stuffed pizza. Priazzo is what they originally called it. The original owners of the pizza place started making a Priazzo pizza, a stuffed pie.
Pie pizza. Stuffed pizza.
Really, really thick, deep dish. 2 crusts, one on top, one on the bottom. Pizza with all the stuff inside and the sauce on top.
Oh man, stop it! We're gonna have to order
I should have downloaded that. I should have downloaded that picture and sent it.
We need to order a stuffed pizza this weekend.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good now. Maybe I'll stay home
They're not
tomorrow
open.
and we'll just order it.
They're not open.
I said I must just stay home tomorrow and we'll order it.
Oh. No, you're not going to stay home tomorrow.
All right. Before we get off or get ready, I'll see if
333.
What?
It's 333.
Oh my gosh, it is 333.
333.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I do see 3. Oh, now 334. I don't know, but I see 333, 444, 111, 1111, 1110. I know, don't worry.
I don't think I told that story about our numbers, how we were seeing 111 and 444 and 1111 and
I think a lot of people are. I mean, tons of people are seeing all these numbers.
A new debit card, and my first purchase on the receipt was 111. Right? Is that? I'm trying to remember.
Something about 444 and 111.
Yeah. I used it at the gas station, and the receipt was 111. Then I went to the fast food place, I believe Burger King. Later, and the amount was 444.
Some people call them angel numbers. I don't know what they are. You know, if they want to believe they're angel numbers, they can believe they're angel numbers. We don't know what they mean. Nobody really knows. It's just people around the whole world are seeing these numbers. Nobody really knows why.
I
It's
mean, whether you're
mystery.
in numerology or not, or biblical numbers, or I mean, there's stuff about numbers that you just kind of makes you like, huh.
Oh, I've heard 11:11 is Revelation 11. Revelation 11:11, something like that.
I don't have the.
You don't have your stuffed pizza on your phone?
I got the little tablet.
Oh, you got
I
a
don't think
tablet.
I have it on this one.
Well, you sent it to somebody in Messenger a while back.
Oh, Donnie and them.
Yeah. Then you can download it from there.
No, I don't know if anybody cares if they see it or not. I like
Derek, I don't know what we believe in the time stuff. I just know I do see 11:11 in the morning. I see it 11:11 at night. I wake up in the morning, it's 11:11. That's happened 20, 30 times. I, wake up in the morning and I look over, it's 11:11. Why? I don't know what to believe in. I just know that we are seeing these numbers. This has been years. My kids are seeing it. This has been probably more than 10 years or so. I've been seeing 11:11 or 1:11.
I saw 444 for a lot of years, and then started switching over and seeing 111 or 1111.
I don't know the meaning behind them. Angel numbers is kind of the same thing as angel tarot cards and things like that. Just nobody really knows. Everybody has their own thoughts and beliefs. But the true fact is people are seeing these numbers over and over and over and over again. I just don't know what that means. I like the fact it might be Revelation 11:11. I don't remember exactly what it is. Something about standing up and standing firm or something like that. Or some people say every time you see 11:11, it's just a confirmation that we're awake and you're on the right path. Keep on going. Your frequency and vibration is increasing. Don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
All right, I think I got it. I don't know if anybody will. Want to see it or not, but we'll show her anyway before we leave.
Make everybody hungry and then say, bye, guys. Oh, jeez.
Okay, so a little pizza place, mom and pop pizza place, makes a pizza Priazzo, they call it, a stuffed pizza. And this is what we get occasionally. We used to get it more often. Now it's just occasionally.
Stuffed pizza.
So it has the bottom crust and obviously, the end crust, but then it has a crust on top.
Very thin crust.
With all your cheese and whatever your ingredients, whether you want sausage and all that, mushrooms and olives or whatever you want to pick inside with the cheese and sauce. And then there's a crust on top with pizza sauce or red sauce on top. And man, is it yummy.
And you can only eat like 1 piece or 1.5 pieces at a time.
I used to be able to eat 3.
Jeez.
But anymore, I'm down to 1 or maybe 2. I don't know. Usually 1 at a time, but then later on I go back for more. Oh, caught you drinking.
Oh. Well, my coffee's cold. I'm not drinking coffee. Yuck. Yep, that is our famous stuffed pizza.
I don't know about famous, but it is to us. We love it.
It's famous around here. Yeah, they're
You,
wonderful.
when you eat more than one piece, you definitely know that you are full.
Mm-hmm.
Smother it now. I've never just had anchovies. I never really had anchovies on anything. So I don't even really know what they taste like.
Heartburn.
Oh no, that's
I
how
like it.
that's how all that started was Jason and Donnie and them talking about Hawaiian pizza.
I
So
like it.
I sent them that that picture.
Our youngest daughter would get the Hawaiian pizza personal pan, and I do like Hawaiian pizza. It's very good. I like it. But I'm strange anyway, so I like oysters. But they gotta be
Well,
cooked.
I think it's time to go.
Yeah.
We're almost hitting 4 a.m. Well, we got a little while, but almost 4 a.m.
I'm surprised the dog's not walking around.
So thank you everybody for coming tonight. We love you. Make sure you check out our Sunday night show. We're going to have George Mitrovic, the author, has 150 books on Amazon covering all subjects of high strangeness, cryptids, UFOs, paranormal, all kinds of encounters. He'll be joining us Sunday at 6 p.m. Central on Piercing the Veil, which is here on Midwest Night Watchers. And then we have our panel discussion coming up October 14th with everybody from Texas's channel or platform, which they all started out, Blondes and Booze, Jason McLean, and Daniel Diva, who's on with Tex now doing some shows. And let's see, Bigfoot Michigan Rob and us. And there's going to be about 8 or 10 of us. And be sure to catch us on Saturday, Sunday mornings on William Nighthawk's channel. And Dennis Carroll is a co-host with us on that channel, and Dennis has his own. So be sure and check out Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Dennis Carroll has Hunting the Shadows. Really good show.
And if you like music and instruments, go over to Chiro Sounds. I play all kinds of crazy instruments and upload videos.
So be sure to check us all out and hit that like and subscribe and notification bell so you catch all our upcoming videos and shows. And
check out our videos. We've got Woo Feathers, we've got Big Dipper, we've got UFOs that powered up for me this summer. See, we've got dragonflies. We just got all kinds of things uploaded.
be sure to hit that like button for us and leave a comment after the show if you would, please. It helps with the algorithm. And if you have any stories or comments, please get a hold of us at midwestnightwatchers@gmail.com and give us some stories or tell us of your experiences or just tell us if you like the show or not. Just talk to us, let us know, and maybe suggest some subjects, and we'll see what we can work out or figure out. And like we said, all those channels, or if anybody has their own channels, we're glad to post your links or talk about your channels in our chat. And we love you guys. We love talking to you. That's why we stay up late. Talk to everybody in this chat, that pops in, or even the lurkers. Thank you for coming. Even if you don't come in chat, we love you all. And thank you so much for coming. Yeah, happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Yeah, crop circles. We love crop circles too.
Yeah.
All right. I think I've
All right.
rambled on enough. Thank you all for coming. I hope you have enjoyed the show, and we will see you next
All
time.
right. Love you.
Love you. Love and peace. Be kind to others.
Keep looking up.